for about 52 yards unofficially on the carry. They're going to spot him out at the 25-yard line.
Pirates defense had everyone up close on the line of scrimmage and kind of knew if he hit a hole there, he was going to be able to have quite a bit of run.
And again, it's Kemp running the ball far side of the field. This time he's wrapped up by a host of Pirate tacklers. Leading the charge for Indy, DeMarcus Griffin. I do want to mention for everybody out there on the live stream, we are live again, but you might have to go back to the YouTube page and find another new link there. So that's just FYI. Go back to YouTube and re-link up with our broadcast. Pirates up 14-0, brings up now 2nd down 8 inside the Pirate 25 at about the 23-yard line. Doman goes pistol set. One tailback behind him. He's got a wide out and it now circles around coming to the near side. He'll hand off to the tailback, and that doesn't fool anybody for Dream U as the D block comes up big. Huge hit again for Independence, this time in the backfield. C.J. Welch, we saw him come up with the strip and the fumble recovery earlier. And the freshman out of Baton Rouge coming up big for the Dream U defense. That's a loss of 2, brings up 3rd and 10 for Butler.
A lot of flair on that play for a lot of nothing as Tevin Petrie was on the carry for the loss of 2.
Gun set again for Stearns as the quarterback. Tailback right-hand side. He'll drop to throw. He fires to the far side of the field, and it's an errant pass incomplete. He was going to the outside wide out there, Trey Eccles. And Eccles just coming out of his cut, couldn't get to the ball in time. So it brings up now 4th and 10 for Butler. And now the Grizzlies coming out, and they're going to set up for a field goal attempt.
Eccles had a step there on Carlisle, and he just been a little bit less led out there. He might have had a chance at a big play.
John Hankinson coming in out of Augusta, Georgia to try a 42-yard field goal. Now, the news is he's got about a 5-mile-an-hour wind behind his back. And it's up and no good. Off to the left. Looked like it might have had a shot. He did have the distance, but it was off to the left, no good. So the Dream U defense shuts down the Grizzly drive again. And now with 3:45 remaining in the first quarter, Pirates 14, Dream U up early on Butler as Butler still looking at the goose egg on the scoreboard.
That one, in my opinion, not on the kicker there as, the saying laces out. That holder had caught it right and turned that ball completely around, and the laces were facing the kicker, and that's why he knuckled it to the left.
Good point there. Pistol set. Brock Doman, the quarterback, hands off, tailback coming right side off the tackle. That's going to be Reggie Williams, and he's stacked up by about 3 Grizzly defenders. No gain on the play that time for Independence. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 in on the stop. Micaiah Knoll out of Kansas City, Kansas, the D lineman, 6'2", 258-pounder. So pistol formation again, Brock Doman. Williams right behind him as the tailback. 2 wideouts far side, 1 near side. Tight end to the far side of the field. Butler with the 4-man front. Fakes the handoff, throws near side. It is complete. His wideout across the 30 out near the 35-yard line before he is gang tackled. Nice job on the catch for Independence. Then that was number 5, Debo Allen, coming up with the sure hands. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and call it a half a yard for Independence. Or are they going to roll the chains? Yeah, they're going to move the chains enough for the 1st down. So a pickup of 10 on the play. And it'll bring up 1st and 10 for Indy with 2:42 and counting in the first quarter. Pirates on top, 14-0 over Butler. Pistol formation, Doman the quarterback, Williams tailback. 2 wideouts near side, 1 far side. Fakes to Williams, throws to the tight end. It's complete on the far side of the field at the 45 and out near the 48-yard line of Independence. 1st down, Pirates, gain of 13 on the play. And coming up with the sure hands that time from the tight end spot, that's number 85, Nate Damron, the 6'4", 240-pound freshman out of Kingsport, Tennessee. Quick offensive set. Indy hands off. This time it goes to the Lightning back, Williams, and he's bounced out of bounds right in front of the Grizzly bench in Butler territory at around the 48-yard line. So that's a pickup of 4 for Indy. Brings up now 2nd down 6 as we near the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter. Pirates with their 3rd offensive possession on this drive. They scored on their first 2. Now Doman and company line up in the pistol formation. Tight end lines up in the backfield. 2 wideouts near side. It goes Williams. He'll bounce it outside at the 40, the 35. He cuts it across the grain inside the 25 to about the 22-yard line. Big gain. Kohler at 27 yards on the carry. Reggie Williams showing nifty footwork that time, Matt.
Yeah, this Pirates run game looks like it is going to be a lot to handle this season. You've got a fast running back, you got a big running back, and you got a running quarterback.
Doman quickly up to the line of scrimmage, goes in the pistol set. Williams stays in as the tailback. Trip wideouts far side, 1 near side. Butler with the 4-man front defense. Hands off, Williams. He gets behind the big guys, rumbles down inside the 20 to about the 15-yard line, maybe to the 14 when they mark him down. That's going to be a gain of 8 on the play, and it brings up 2nd down and 2 for the Independence offense under a minute and counting here in the first quarter. Indy moving toward the south end zone. Gun set. Williams left-hand side of Doman. Trip wideouts near side, 1 to the far side. Doman in the pocket, drops back. He's flushed out. He's in trouble, and he just throws it away as he was outside the pocket. There should not be a flag on the play. So it'll bring up 3rd down and about 2 for Independence. Now the officials are going to talk about it. Kind of surprised the Pirates went to the pass when they just been absolutely gashing the Butler defense with the ground and pound attack running it.
Yeah, sometimes maybe you outthink yourself and thought maybe you should change it up a little bit, but we'll see what the officials are going to make a ruling. It looks like they're going to say it was intentional grounding.
They are going to throw the flag late against Doman and the Pirates, so it is an intentional grounding call. And it'll bring up now 3rd down 10 for Indy as they move it back outside the Grizzly red zone to about the 23-yard line with 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Pirates up 14-0 over Butler.
Doman was outside the tackle box, but he was unable to get the football past the line of scrimmage, which results in the flag.
Doman in the gun set. Williams left-hand side. He's back to throw. He'll toss it toward the end zone, looking, and it's incomplete. Trying to go, look like the Will Sparks again on the far side of the field, but it's going to bring up a 4th down for the Pirates. 4th and 10 from the Butler 23-yard line, and now Independence sends out their special teams. And they're going to try out the right leg of Wilson Yee, and this one will be from 40 yards out into the wind going toward the south end zone from the left hash mark with 24.4 seconds remaining. Kick is up. It's got the leg, and it's right down the middle. Wilson Yee, yee-haw. That one there, distance 40 yards out. 17-zip Pirates with 19.6 seconds remaining in the first quarter. We're going to take a 30-second commercial break. This is Pirate football right here on Sunshine 98.9 KQQF. And welcome back to historic Schultes Stadium. Jeff Carpenter alongside Matt Jordan with your play-by-play tonight. Pirates, courtesy of a 40-yard field goal by Wilson Yee, giving Indy Dream U up 17-zip over Butler. And now Pirates to kick it off with 19.6 seconds remaining in the quarter. Kick goes far side of the field. This time it's fielded, and they're going to run it out at the 10, the 15, the 20, going far side and knocked out of bounds at around the 35, 36-yard line. So a return of 26 yards for Butler on the return, and I believe that was Torian Spencer out of Atlanta, Georgia, bringing it back. I think you had an updated score, Matt, from out in Hutchison against Coffeyville and the Blue Dragons.
Yeah, end of the first quarter there, and Hutch leads 7-3. So a low-scoring affair in the first quarter, where we've seen a little bit more points scored in this one.
Screws at quarterback in the pistol formation for the Grizzlies. He's got a wide out each side of the field. Hands off to the tailback, up the middle. He'll go right side. He's hit hard, picks up maybe a couple yards on the play. They might have given him 3. Good job defensively by Independence. Taking the handoff was Kevonte McDonald, a 5'10", 203-pounder out of Manhattan, Kansas. And that's the final play of the first quarter from Schultes Stadium in Independence. Week 1 of the 2021 spring football season. The Dream U Pirates 17, the Butler Grizzlies 0. We're back to the studios for 60 seconds. You're listening to Pirate Football right here on Sunshine 98.9 KQQF. And welcome back to Independence into one quarter of play. Pirates with the 17-0 lead over the Butler Grizzlies. And, man, just a great start to the 2021 spring season for Dream U as they jump on Butler early and put up 17 points in the first quarter. First off, courtesy 5-yard touchdown run by Tavian Thomas. That came with 10:43 in the first. And then Indy backs it up on their second possession with a 7-yard touchdown pass from Brock Doman to Thomas at the 5:35 mark. Wilson Yee adds both PATs, and then Yee drills a 40-yard field goal to give the Pirates the 17-zip lead. And now Butler with the ball, second down, call it 7 from the Grizzly 42-yard line. Screws in the pistol formation. Wide outs to each side of the field. He hands off to the tailback right up the middle, and there's not much there. He might have picked up 2 as hitting the hole hard and then just absolutely blasted by that D-block defense for Indy. That was Kevonte McDonald taking the handoff, and it brings up now 3rd down and 4, so they'll give him 3 yards on the carry. 3rd and 4 for Butler at the Grizzly 45-yard line. Screws again in the pistol set. One tailback behind him. Fakes the handoff, rolls near side. He'll throw. It is complete to his tight end in Pirate territory at around the 47-yard line. He hooks up with Carter Johnson. And Johnson coming up with his second catch of the first half. Moves the chains, first down at the Indy 45. And an empty backfield quickly. Butler goes to the quick snap. And there's going to be a gain of about 2 on the play, and that's a different quarterback. They went to the Wildcat formation, and they ended up bringing in Well, that was still Screws, but they went total empty backfield, and Screws scrambles for a pickup of 2 on the play. So 2nd down, 8, Butler at the Pirates' 43-yard line. Grizzlies put wideouts to each side of the field in the pistol formation for Screws, the quarterback. He puts fullback in motion, now brings him back, hands off to the tailback, and he's hit in the backfield. Nothing there. He'll lose a yard. Great job by Indy, and again, it's C.J. Welch. We've called his name about 3 times tonight, the 6'2", 255-pounder. He's a freshman out of Baton Rouge, and that's a loss of 1. So now 3rd down, 9 for the Grizzlies as they move the ball back to the Pirates' 44-yard line. Here in the second quarter with 13-13 and counting, Pirates up 17-0. Screws goes into the gun formation. Right-hand side is the tailback, Jordan Kemp. Twin wideouts to the far side, one near side. Independence in the 4-man front. Drops in the pocket. He's being flushed out, and he's going to be hit. Oh, on the big-time blitz from the weak side. Huge hit, DeMarcus Griffin. We talked about him in the pregame. 5'10", 175-pound sophomore from Charlotte, and he shot out of a cannon, Matt, and came up with that sack.
Yeah, big sack for the defense there. It's always fun when the corners rush off that outside edge and come up with those sacks. And just the second sack of the game for Indy in this one.
Brings up now 4th down and long. Call it 4th and 14 from the Pirate 49-yard line. And Butler will send out the punting unit. Gets the kick away. So hop to the Pirate side, the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Starting deep in their own end inside their 10-yard line, 1st and 10.
Was there a little scrum there for the football? I know there was a couple players stacked up there. Butler's saying that's their football.
Nope, it's Pirate football. Butler claimed they came up with it, but I don't know, Independence playing with fire there. I don't really know why you would try that. That was a pretty dangerous move because Grizzlies had 3 guys all around it.
I'd say that was about the first dangerous decision that the Pirates have made tonight. Everything else has been going pretty smooth sailing, and see Thomas back there. He had a good first quarter, 2 carries, 29 yards, and he's got the touchdown.
He lines up in the pistol formation right behind Brock Doman, the quarterback. Wideout split the field each side. Tight end goes to the far side or the right side of the line of scrimmage. And the Pirates operating 1st and 10 from their own 9-yard line here in the second quarter with 11:58 remaining. Independence up 17-0 over Butler in a battle of top 10 teams in week 1 of the spring 21 JUCO football season. Been 17 months since Independence has played football, and I know the fans here official explaining the call there as there was basically dual possession with the football, but the dual possession favors the offense, so that's why the Pirates got it back. Fans are certainly rabid and ready for this game tonight as they've shown up in good numbers. Doman in the pistol set. He'll hand off. No, this time he's going to keep it, and he is going to be wrapped up in the backfield. That didn't turn out well as Butler did a good job flowing to the ball laterally, and they'll tackle him for a loss in the backfield. That's a loss of 3 back to the 5-yard line.
One of the few negative plays that the Pirates offense has seen tonight, and one of the, I think the first bad read Doman has made on that read option play.
Yeah, he probably should have handed it off to Thomas, the tailback. Instead, he kept it. Now it's going to bring up 2nd and long. 2nd and 14 from the Indy 4-yard line with 11:20 and counting second quarter. Pirates up 17-0. Doman in the pistol formation. He'll hand off Tavian Thomas coming near side. Thomas gets away from 2 tacklers and then bumped out of bounds outside the 15 at about the 17-yard line. That's a pickup of 13 on the play for the D1 bounce back out of Cincinnati, Tavian Thomas. Big Thunderback, goes 235 pounds, so he's a load. And now 3rd down and 1 for Indy. Doman in the pistol formation. Thomas stays in as the tailback. Trip wideouts far side, 1 to the near side. Butler stays in the 4-man front defense. And now pistol formation shifts to the gun formation with Thomas left side. Doman throws. It's complete over the middle. Independence picking up the 1st down and more outside the 25 to the 26-yard line. Good pass that time by Doman. And credit the catch that time. I think that was Isaiah Major. They're showing number 10 anyway. Nonetheless, it's a 1st down for Indy. That moves the chains to the Pirate 26-yard line. Pistol set again for Doman. High snap. He holds on to it, hands it off to Thomas. He's hit and then fights his way forward near the 30-yard line of Indy. So a play that looked like it'd be stopped at the line of scrimmage, the sheer strength of Tavian Thomas picks up 3, and it'll be 2nd down and 7 for Indy.
Yeah, Thomas willed himself those 3 yards. He had to earn every one of them, and man, he's just showing he's a load to bring down.
9:35 and counting here in the 2nd quarter. Pirates up 17-0, looking for more. Pistol set, Doman, Thomas the tailback. He'll hand it off to Thomas again. This time he slashes off the right side of that offensive line and picks up positive yardage out across the 35 to the 37-yard line. That will move the chains. It looked like he was going to be bottled up again. Somehow, some way, Tavian Thomas slashes through the defense and picks up 6-7 yards.
This guy is going to be just such a handful this year for the rest of the Jayhawk Conference. And, I mean, think about trying to cover this for an entire game. He's just going to absolutely wear defenses out.
Pirates on the move. 1st and 10, 9-minute mark. Here they go. Fake hand off to Thomas. Back in the pocket. Over the middle. Nearly picked off at the Pirate 45-yard line. Diving for that catch was the D-back for Butler. That was number 29, Sherrill Taylor. And Taylor just about came up with the INT, but it'll bring up 2nd and 10 on the incompletion.
Had 2 receivers running crossing routes there, and I think they kind of threw it in between them, and it wasn't really at either receiver. Kind of first errant pass we've seen Doman throw tonight. Had a good 1st quarter, 6 of 10 for 50 yards and a touchdown in the 1st quarter. He's now 7 of 12.
So Independence opts for the lightning back, Reggie Williams, in the backfield. They'll throw it to him. Williams unable to catch it. It was rather low pass from Doman to the far side of the field. It falls incomplete, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 10 on that little screen pass. And looked like if Williams would have been able to come up with the catch, he might have had a little bit of running room. Indy goes 3rd and 10 now, operating from their own 37-yard line. Crowd comes alive. Brock Doman in the gun formation. Williams left side. And Butler jumps offside. Free play for the Pirates. Doman just launches it down the far sideline, incomplete into double coverage. But Butler jumped offside, so that was a free play. Smart move by Doman just to put it up for grabs.
Yeah, give your receiver a chance, see if they can't come up with something special. If not, you'll take it over on 3rd and 5.
The officials discussing the play. We anticipate it's going to be offsides Butler. And it is indeed offsides against the Grizzly defense. So it brings up now 3rd down 5 as the ball moved outside the Pirate 40 to about the 42-yard line. They'll officially spot it at the 43. So 3rd and 5 Indy with 8:44 in the 2nd quarter. Doman and company in the gun set. Williams left-hand side tailback. Tight set on the line of scrimmage for the Pirates. Doman drops in the pocket, looking. It's complete to his tight end underneath, and he'll pick up the 1st down out near midfield before he's gang tackled by 5 Grizzly players. Coming up with the sure hands, Nate Dameron, the tight end out of Kingsport, Tennessee, and move the chains for the Pirate offense as they now have 1st and 10 right at the midfield stripe with 8:27 and counting in the first half. Pirates up 17-0 over Butler. Doman goes pistol set. Williams the tailback. Tight end in motion, going to the far side. He'll hand off. Williams, he gets away from one tackler. Now bottled up right near the line of scrimmage. Might have got a hard yard on the body lean before he is stacked up by the Butler defense. Quay Drake, the linebacker, in on the stop. And they're going to say no gains. 2nd and 10 coming up at midfield for the Pirates. We dip under the 8-minute mark here in the second quarter. Pirates go with twin wideouts to the far side, none to the near side. Tight end stays in the backfield. So a double tight set. Tight end on the line, left side. Back in the pocket is Doman, still looking. He'll throw, has the tight end, but it's over his head near the Butler 25-yard line. Again, he was looking for Nate Dameron, and it'll bring up 3rd and long for Independence at midfield. 7:31 remaining here in the first half. Pirates trying to keep the drive alive. This drive started at the Independence 4-yard line. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout on the field. We're going to take it with them with 7:31 showing here in the second quarter. Dream U 17, the Butler Grizzlies 0. We'll take a 1-minute commercial break. It's Pirate football right here on Sunshine 98.9 KQQF.
After the timeout, we have 3rd down and 10 to go for your Pirates.
And welcome back to Schultes Stadium. Pirates coming out of the timeout. 3rd and 10 as Brock Doman goes to the pistol formation. Reggie Williams, the tailback, with him in the backfield. Now he moves over to the left-hand side to the gun formation. Trip wideouts far side, one near side, back to throw. Doman flushed out of the pocket. He rolls far side, still looking. He throws, and it's going to be incomplete, I believe. And the officials come running in like it's a catch. No, it is incomplete. It was on the far side of the field. Kind of hard to tell, so that's going to bring up a punting situation for the Pirates. First time Indy's going to punt. 4th and 10 from midfield with 7:23 showing second quarter. I want to send a special shout out to former Pirate head coach Kiyoshi Harris. I know he's out there watching on the live stream. Much love, my brother. High snap. Indy gets the kick away. It was close to being blocked. It's a wobbler and takes a great Pirate hop clear to the corner and goes out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Wow. What a fine punt that time. And again, this time special teams, Stephon Forbes. He's a 6-foot, 175-pound freshman out of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
What a punt.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better kick than that. That was a, 47-yard punt that angles out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. So Butler backed up inside their own 5 with 7:14 showing in the second quarter, trailing 17-0. Gavin Screws, the quarterback, in the pistol set. One wide out far side. He'll hand off to the tailback. He'll go far side, and he has a lot of running room, and that's a first down plus. And again, going to Jordan Kemp, the 5'11", 197-pounder, and that'll be a first down. Pickup of nearly 14 on the play. Handoff again goes to the tailback, and it's Kemp. He's trying to bounce it outside. Now cuts across the grain, coming near side. He's hit and stacked up by a bevy of Pirate defenders and driven backwards. Still a gain of 6 on the play. And now the Butler offensive line starting to open some holes up against the D block of the Pirate defense.
Butler starting to find their groove a little bit offensively, especially running the football, and see how the Pirates answer.
Cavante McDonald comes back in as tailback for the Grizzlies. He'll stand behind the quarterback, Gavin Screws in the pistol. Screws in the pocket to throw. He's looking. The ball tipped away. Great defense by Independence. Huge play by Tyree Carlisle, 6'1", 175-pound freshman from LaGrange, Georgia. And it brings up now a third down, and call it 5 from the angle that we're setting here. Ball at the Butler 23-yard line with 6:18 remaining in the second quarter. Pirates up 17-zip. Pistol set again for Screws, the quarterback. McDonald stays in as the tailback behind him. He splits his wide out Darius Lassiter to the near side. One wide out far side. That'll be Eddie Lewis. And now Butler's going to have to burn a timeout as discombobulation rules as the play clock was melting down to 1 second. So the Grizzlies to burn a timeout with 6:18 left here in the second quarter. Dream U 17 and Butler 0. And Matt, again, looking at it from the Independence Pirates standpoint of view, your offense has been on task, running the ball well, doing some good things, throwing the ball to keep the defense off balance. Defensively, the D block for Dream U has been outstanding.
Yeah, I mean, I think all three facets of the game, offense, defense, and special teams, the Pirates have the advantage pretty big. It's on their side by a wide margin, and executing at every facet of the game, and that's exactly what you want to see. You know, we talk 503 days in between games, and so you kind of wondered, you know, what would teams look like after such a long break, and ICC has come to play, and it definitely looks like it.
Pirates leading 17-0 here in the second quarter with 6:18 remaining. Butler comes out of the timeout facing a third down and a long 4. It's more like 5. Screws goes into the gun set. McDonald, the tailback right-hand side, 2 wideouts near side. He looks near side. Now he's going to throw, and it's almost picked off by the Pirate defense. That came very close to getting picked off. Getting his left hand on it was Isaiah Major, the linebacker for Dream U. He's a 6'1", 225-pound sophomore from Oklahoma City. And that's going to force a punting situation for Butler. 4th down and a long 4 coming up inside their own 25-yard line with 6:13 showing in the first half. So another great job by the Dream U defense. Back to kick, John Hankinson, and Hankinson gets the punt away, and it's a wobbler high in the sky. Takes a good hop for Butler and out of bounds near midfield. And the Pirates are going to have great field position again with 6:05 left here in the first half, leading 17-0. And for Independence, if this offense can move the ball down the field and punch it into the end zone for a touchdown, you're going to send a statement drive right now against the Butler defense.
Yeah, you're looking at ending the first half if you were to do that up 24-0, and I mean 17-0 is still such a big deal. But you milk some time off the clock and not give them much to try to answer if you were to score. This could be a big end of the first half for the Pirates.
Doman in the pistol set for Indy. Tavian Thomas, the Thunderback behind him. It goes to Thomas. He's going to come near side, and he's cut down in the backfield. Good penetration by the Butler defense. Really nowhere to go for Thomas. He couldn't even get started as Keaton Robertson, D lineman out of Mays, Kansas, comes up with a hit. That's a loss of 2, brings up 2nd and 12. with 5:45 and counting here in the second quarter. Dream U up 17-0 over Butler. Now Doman will send twin wideouts to the far side of the field, keeps his tight end to the near side. In the tailback position will be Thomas. Gun formation, Doman. He'll throw far side, and it's over the head of his wideout, incomplete out in the flat. So brings up 3rd and long. Independence operating behind the chains on this drive after they had a promising start at midfield after forcing the Grizzlies to punt. So with 5:24 left here in the first half, trying to convert a first down on 3rd and 12, and you pretty much got to put the ball in the air in some form or fashion, whether it's a swing pass or it's going vertically down the field. And he'll go gun formation for Brock Doman. Right-hand side tailback. He drops in the pocket. He looks, he throws, and it should have been a flag thrown as the defender got to the receiver prior to the ball. No flag on the play. It is incomplete. And it'll bring up a punting situation.
Yeah, there was definitely contact. Ian McSwain got there early and bumped the receiver before the ball was there. And, good. Butler's defense has made some adjustments after giving up, the 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, and they're playing a little bit better as of late.
Indy to punt the ball again. Good snap, gets the kick away. It's end over end, coming near side, hits at the 15, takes a pirate hop inside the 5, and then goes into the end zone for the touchback. So the Grizzlies getting the ball at the 20-yard line with 5:10 left here in the first half. Dream U up 17-0. But you're right, no scoring here in the second quarter for either team after the Pirates lit up the scoreboard for 17 points. A la the run and the pass and the strong right leg of place kicker Wilson Yee on the 40-yard field goal.
Butler's had their defense show up, start playing a little better in the second quarter, and now they need their offense to try to answer for them. And, they've had a couple of plays where they've popped for a couple of, good run, good pick up a good yards, but then the Pirates defense have adjusted and brought those drives to end.
Screws goes pistol formation, 2 wideouts near side, 1 far side. Oh, he tries to hand it off to the tailback who is absolutely obliterated in the backfield, but rather Screws keeps it on the quarterback option run, and he gets buried for a loss of 3. Independence doing a great job blowing that play up. There was 5 black shirts in the backfield.
That's one of those read options where the quarterback says, hey, take this. And the running back's like, I don't want it. You take it. Neither one of us are going anywhere. Yeah,
the quarterback's wishing he's illiterate after that one. Brings up now 2nd and 13 for Butler. Gun formation. Screws throws over the middle. This is complete as it was a bullet pass to his wideout. And reeling that one in is Trey Eccles, the 6'1", 168-pounder out of Kansas City, Kansas. 1st and 10, Grizzlies out to the Butler 30-yard line. 4:20 and counting, second quarter. Butler on the move, picking up the first down. Again, the gun formation for Screws. Tailback left-hand side, 2 wideouts near side, 1 far side. He drops in the pocket. He throws, and it's incomplete. Looking for his tight end, who's been reliable tonight, Carter Johnson. But Johnson bumbles the catch, and it brings up now 2nd down and 10 for Butler.
Looks like Nicholas Davenport is in the game for Butler, number 3 instead of number 9.
Gun formation, dropping back. It is Davenport. You're right. He launches it down the field, and it was caught? It was caught in Pirate territory. And that's Eddie Lewis racing down the far sideline to reel in that long pass from Davenport, who, as Matt mentioned, just entered the game, and a gain of about 30 yards on the play in Pirate territory at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10, Butler. Davenport goes to the pistol formation. 2 wideouts near side, 1 far side. He drops in the pocket again. Here comes the blitz. He gets rid of it, and it's incomplete. And Independence was bringing the house that time. And it'll bring up now 2nd down and 10 for the Grizzlies. Clock stops on the incompletion with 3:35 remaining here in the second quarter from Schultes Stadium in Independence, Kansas. Opening week of the spring 2021 football season in Jayhawk JUCO. So Davenport regroups, goes to the gun set. He'll keep the tailback tight to his left-hand side, puts a wide out in motion coming to the near side. Drops in the pocket. He looks, he's flushed out, still looking, coming near side. He's got to get rid of it. He'll toss it down the field, has a man, and he drops it at the 2-yard line. Again, Carter Johnson, who has made 2 catches in the first half, he dropped a wide open, sure touchdown, and it brings up now 3rd down and 10 for the Grizzlies.
Oh, that's heartbreaking for the Butler offense there. You've struggled all first half to get something going, and finally you put the drive together. You have a touchdown on a broken play, and you just drop it.
Independence shuffles the lineup defensively. Gun set again for Davenport, and now we're going to get a timeout on the field by Dream U with 3:26 remaining in the first half. Pirates 17, Butler 0. We'll take 30 seconds. You're listening to Dream U Pirate Football right here on Sunshine 98.9 KQQF. And back at Schultes Stadium here in Independence, Jeff Carpenter alongside Matt Jordan tonight with your play-by-play of Dream U Pirate Football. 3:26 remaining in the second quarter. Pirates up 17-zip over the Butler Grizzlies. Battle of top 10 teams here in week 1. Butler facing 3rd and 10 from the Independence 37-yard line. Davenport in the gun set. He puts a wide out in motion going near side, far side. He drops in the pocket. Looking, flushed out of the pocket, and now he's going to be wrapped up, and there's a sack by the D-block defense for Indy. I believe that was Nadame Tucker coming up with the big hit and the sack in the backfield, and it was Tucker, the 6'3", 250-pound sophomore from Teaneck, New Jersey. Tucker featured as one of the top 100 JUCO athletes in America. And now it's a 4th down and call it 17 for the Butler offense. They're going to have to punt the ball away. Kicks it. It's a good low driving punt that's going to go inside the Pirate 15 and be down at the Independence 12-yard line, it looks like, with 2:36 remaining in the first half. Pirates up 17-0. Defense doing their job, and I think it's fascinating that defensive coordinator Steve McCollum dials up the blitz that time, and Tucker comes up and plays it perfectly as he gets the big sack.
Yeah, big call there to bring pressure on that critical 3rd down, and Butler's figuring it out a little bit offensively. They had a couple big plays on that drive, but again, the Pirates defense answers and shuts them down and is looking for that first half shutout.
Independence back on the field offensively, led by Brock Doman, the quarterback. Pistol formation. Williams is the tailback. Wideouts each side of the field for Indy. Butler shows the 4-man front defense. Wind at the back of Doman. He'll hand it off to Williams, coming near side. He's trying to pick a hole. He will be stacked up and driven out of bounds out near the 20-yard line. Kind of depends on where they spot him at. Well, they'll put him down officially at the 16-yard line. So a pickup of 4 on the play for Reggie Williams and the Pirates. Now 2nd down 6 with 2:12 and counting. Indy in their own red zone right now at the 16-yard line. Doman goes pistol formation, not in any hurry to get the play off. Play clock at 12, game clock under 2 minutes. Long snap count. He'll hand it off. Williams again, and this time he is stacked up by about 5 Grizzly defenders. No gain on the play. Might have picked up a yard depending on the spot. And they will give Williams a 1-yard pickup. So we're going to be 3rd down and 5 for the Indy offense as we near 90 seconds and counting here in the first half. If you're the Pirates, you want to play it close to the vest. I mean, you're inside your own red zone. You don't want to get too crazy down here and force a turnover. Doman in the gun. Williams, left-hand side. Butler jumps offside again. Another free play, and it's over the head of the wideout to the near side of the field. But good hard moment, and I think that's going to gain Independence the first down, depending on if it is truly 3rd and 5.
Second time he's done that tonight, and the Pirates are coached by a more defensive-minded coach. An offensive coach might try to, kind of make some plays and try to get on the board right before the end of the first half. But Coach Martin clearly trusts his defense and knows that a 17-0 lead is great for them, and they don't want to, force a turnover or something bad happen and make it 17-7.
It was offside. Butler, that is a first down for Independence. 1:12 remaining. Pirates now out to their own 23-yard line. Doman goes pistol formation. Williams behind him as tailback. He'll send 3 wideouts to the far side of the field, 1 to the near side. Butler stays with the 4-man defensive front. He'll hand off near side. Williams, he jags his way up the middle. He has an open lane, spinning out near the 40-yard line. Reggie Williams, the lightning back, picking up first down yardage plus. That's a gain of around 16. And they'll spot it down at the Pirate 42-yard line. Indy and hurry up with 1:04 and counting here in the second. Doman goes back to the pistol formation. Williams stays in as tailback. Trip wideouts far side, 1 to the near side. And again, it goes back to Williams. He'll try to go tackle, and he is hit and driven backwards. The ball popped loose, and Butler says they have it. This could be a huge turnover. And the Grizzlies come up with it. A strip on the turnover inside the Pirate 40-yard line at the 38 as Reggie Williams fighting for yardage, and he has the ball ripped out of his arms with 43.8 seconds left. Pirates up 17-zip, but now Butler getting a golden opportunity with under a minute remaining in the second quarter and a chance to put points on the board down by 17.
Out of timeouts, though, so that is a critical thing to watch for. They only have about 38 yards to go, but out of timeouts with 43 seconds left.
Davenport stays in as the QB for the Grizzlies. He'll go in the gun formation. He'll drop back in the pocket. He looks down the field. He fires it deep, and it is incomplete, and a flag comes in. And there's going to be a passing interference call against the Pirates. It looks like the wideout for Butler down on the field in the end zone, being helped up by his teammates. But it will be a passing interference penalty. Now, unlike the NFL, it's going to be 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. But if it was in the NFL, it'd be first and goal from the 2-yard line since it was inside the end zone. They're going to get Tyree Carlisle for the passing interference penalty for the Pirates. Really not a bad penalty. If you're beat on the play, you might as well go ahead and take that 15 yards and not give up the touch. So 34.9 ticks remain in the second quarter. Pirates holding on to a 17-0 lead over Butler. Grizzlies on the move just outside the Pirate red zone at the 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Davenport in the gun formation. He'll drop back in the pocket. Here comes the blitz. He'll fire it down the field, and it's incomplete. And now they're going to throw a really late flag. That's a bad call right there.
I thought the other pass interference was fine. I like that call. But this is bad. This is a wide receiver tripping up on his own feet.
Well, it was an uncatchable ball on top of it. I mean, it was well over the head of the wideout. He couldn't have caught that with a step ladder, and now they throw a flag 3 seconds after the play is ended, and the officials are talking about it right at the goal line. So I don't know if this play is going to stick or not on the passing interference. I mean, that is a very poor call if that's what they're going to stick with. 29.2 seconds remaining in the first half. Pirates up 17-0, pending the penalty.
That's bad.
Yeah, they're going to say passing interference, and man, I'll tell you what, that is a horrible call. Horrible. It'll give Butler first and goal inside the Pirate 10-yard line with 29.2 seconds remaining. Grizzlies knocking on the door, south end zone. Gun set, Davenport. Wide out in motion, near side to the far side. One tailback in the backfield. He'll drop back to throw. He throws to the near side, and it's incomplete. And the fans are hollering, where's the flag on that play? Because it's been back-to-back passing interference penalties against the no-fly zone of the Pirate defensive secondary. Now down to 24.1 seconds remain in the first half. Brings up second and goal from the Independence 8-yard line.
33 yards thanks to those two penalties for the Butler offense. And they'll take the gifts because they've been struggling in this one.
Nicholas Davenport, the quarterback in the shotgun formation. He sends Kemp, tailback, out to the flat. He'll throw back to the near side. It is complete. Stutter step, missing one tackler, and then finally dragged down at around the 5-yard line. Coming up with the catch was Eddie Lewis for Butler. Now down to 10 seconds. Butler trying to hurry up and get up there and spike the ball. Now down to 5 seconds. And Davenport does get the spike at 4.5 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And it'll bring up fourth and goal, and Butler's going to settle for a field goal attempt to try to put some points up on the board. Ball spotted at the right hash. And it's going to be, let's call it a 22-yard field goal, rather. And to try it will be John Hankinson. He has missed one, but that was from about 42 yards out earlier. This one a lot closer. Kick is up, and it hits the upright and goes through. Unbelievable.
Doinked that one in.
Hit the right upright, and it bounced through the two uprights for the field goal as time expires here in the first half. Pirates 17, Butler 3. We're going to head back to the studios for a full 3-minute commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk about the first half and a little bit of stats. You're listening to Dream U Pirate Football on Sunshine 98.9 KQQF. Man, we got to get our offense grounded again, get going. And welcome back to Schultes Stadium here at halftime. The Independence Pirates leading the visiting Butler Grizzlies 17-3. The Pirates, the 9th-ranked team in the country in preseason poll. Butler, the number 7 team in the land. It's been a great battle in the first half. Independence got off to a super fast start, scoring on their first 3 possessions, basically. 2 touchdowns and a field goal. That all coming in the first quarter. But then Butler tightened down the hatches defensively, shut out the Pirates in the second quarter.
Yeah, great first quarter. Got some, capitalized on great field position to start the game, and then a turnover for their second touchdown. But the first 2 touchdowns came on the first 2 drives, and we haven't seen anything since. And in the second quarter, the Pirates went a little bit more to the air than they had in that first quarter. I think they need to get back to the run game to start the second half.
Well, here at halftime, we'll take a look at some of the scoring highlights of the first half. Independence getting on the board first at the 10:43 mark of the first quarter on a 5-yard touchdown run by tailback Tavian Thomas. PAT kick good by Wilson Yee, and the Pirates led 7-0. On the very next possession for Dream U, Independence cashes in on a 7-yard scoring toss by quarterback Brock Doman to Tavian Thomas. That came with 5:35 showing in the first quarter. Again, Yee adds the PAT kick. 14-zip Pirates at that point. Independence defense shutting down Butler, getting the ball back. Pirates milking the clock down to only 19.6 seconds left in the first quarter. And then Wilson Yee comes up with the big right leg and drills the 40-yard field goal to give the Pirates the 17-zip lead at the end of the first quarter. But then Butler puts up the only points, Matt, in the second quarter with 4.5 seconds left. Chip shot from 22 yards out that hits the right upright by John Hankinson, and then caroms between the 2 uprights for the field goal, 17-3 at the intermission break.
Yeah, that 17-3 lead, the 3 points scored by Butler, you can almost say was given to them. It was a gift. You have a turnover to even put them in good field position at the end of the quarter there, and then two 30-yard or 2 15-yard penalties for a free 30 yards. They didn't do anything offensively besides one pass that got them to the 5, and that almost took up too much time. So really gifted 3 points. If you're the ICC defense, you have to like where you set in this game. Holding them to the 3 points, and you just got to hope your offense finds that spark they had in the first quarter and bring it back out for the start of the second half.
Very true. And talking about the offense, we'll look at some of the individual statistics offensively for the Pirates. In the passing department, Brock Doman, 8 out of 18, throwing the ball for 67 yards. He had the 1 touchdown, that 7-yarder to Tavian Thomas. Rushing attack, the ground and pound for the Pirates. Brock Doman has carried the rock 5 times for 31 yards, averaging a little over 6 yards a carry. His longest run for 12 yards. Reggie Williams, 13 carries for 72 yards in the first half. Williams doing a great job, averaging almost 6 yards a carry. His long run of 25 yards. And Tavian Thomas, 6 totes for 50 yards for the big guy, averaging over 8 yards a carry. His longest run of 24 yards, and he tallied that 7-yard touchdown. Well, the 5-yard touchdown run, rather, on the ground, and the 7-yard catch in the first half. Receiving department for Independence, Trey Thomas with 2 catches for 16 yards. His longest, a 9-yarder. Nair Clark with 1 catch for 9 yards. Darrell Owsley Parr, 1 catch for 4 yards. Debo Allen, he has 1 catch for 10 yards. Tavian Thomas, the 1 catch for 7 yards. That was the touchdown. And Nate Dameron, the tight end, 2 receptions for 21 yards, his longest catch of 13. So pretty balanced offense for the Pirates in the most part for the rushing and the passing attack. As far as for Butler throwing the ball, Nick Davenport came in as far as a replacement for Gavin Screws, the starter, and Davenport went 3 out of 7 for 49 yards. Now had that big 30-plus yard reception late down the stretch in the second quarter. Miles Emery, he's 0 for 1. Gavin Screws, the starter, 3 out of 7, throwing the ball for 41 yards. In the rushing department, Jordan Kempf, 8 carries, 78 yards. That's nearly 10 yards a carry for Kempf, the tailback, his longest run of 50 yards. Cavante McDonald, 3 carries for 5 yards. And then Tevin Petrie with 1 carry, -2 yards. Nick Davenport getting sacked, so he has 2 carries for -10 yards. And Gavin Screws has been sacked as well, 3 carries for -8 yards. Receiving wise, Eccles has 1 reception for 14 yards. Lewis, 2 catches for 35. Carter Johnson, the tight end, 2 receptions for 27 yards, even though he dropped the sure touchdown in the south end zone there in the second quarter. And Darius Lassiter, 1 reception for 14 yards. So that's kind of how the scoring has went and the stats in the first half here. Pirates leading Butler 17-3 at the intermission break. Again, opening week of the Jayhawk Conference, Spring Football 2021. We talked about it, Matt, in the pregame. 503 days since the Pirates have played. That's over 17 months since Independence has been on the gridiron playing football again. And to see them come out and jump on Butler the way they did, that was really a statement by them to put up the 17 points early in that first quarter. And that right now has been the difference in the game.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And they got good starting field position. They capitalized on it 2 times. And, I kind of wondered what it would look like. I mean, these kids, hadn't played, in quite some time since football season ended, and had been trying to practice and weren't sure what seasons were going to look like. I mean, so many things were, as a question mark coming into this. And I mean, it's great that we were even able to play a season at all this year. You kind of were worried that, that might not be at one point, but yeah, definitely have looked good early, and didn't know what to expect, and ICC has showed up.
Very true. And you made a good point, and I want to kind of expunge on that as well, Matt, that there's a lot of people that have been involved in keeping this season alive, if you will. First off, it comes from the Jayhawk Conference, the commissioner and his office, and in making sure they can structure a spring football season, which is what we're in right now. And then it matriculates down to the different schools. And for Independence Community College, huge kudos going out to ICC President Cordell Jordan. He has done a great job with his vision, his leadership for this school, and for the athletic department. Also, the athletic director, Eric Figursky, has done a great job keeping all sports going throughout the spring. They've got 6 sports going on all at the same time, much like every other school does. I think there's just so many parts in play that come into making this a success story. Also, the ICC board, you look at them, they're the ones having to make the decisions at the top that does trickle down and affect everybody. And also now how we are seeing this game tonight in front of our eyes after 17 months of absence of football in the junior college ranks. All these people have came together, and it's been a great team effort.
Yeah, well, there's so many questions when you look at moving an entire season to the spring, and it's not just as simple as going, okay, we're just going to play spring football. It's going to be warm outside all the time and all that. No, I mean, you're looking at money being spent in a different year because you're not worrying about travel in 2020, and now it's all stacked up. Like you said, 6 teams that you have to worry about that with, and not only that, but players. A lot of, especially at the community college level, a lot of guys look to graduate in December so they can get spring practice if they're going to the next level to play at D1. And, these guys don't get to do that. What's it going to look like heading into next year? Are we going to have, a normal season for fall of 2021? It's going to be real. If that's the case, it's going to be real odd to look back in the history books, 10, 15, 20 years from now, and you see 2 2021 football seasons. But yeah, a lot of questions went into this, and kudos to everyone involved. All the way at the top to the NJCAA, to to the athletic director level at all the colleges in the area as well.
And I think, too, when you look at it, you had hit on the point about we're basically going to have 2 football seasons back to back. We're going to have about a 2-month hiatus because the spring season is going to go from now, the end of March, until the end of May, basically. There is going to be a national championship game. Nobody knows when it's going to be. So it's kind of like, where's Waldo when we're trying to figure out when the Natty is going to be played. And, that's a long time from now. But the reality is all the pressure, I think, at this point goes back to the coaching staff and the recruiting. So now you're going to have to be recruiting, of course, year round as you normally do, but you're going to be having to hit the recruiting trail as soon as the spring season ends and get back out there and bring in guys for 2 months later coming in to the summer, getting ready for the fall season in 2021. It's absolutely mind-blowing.
Oh, and by the way, ICC hired a new coach just a month. It's hard enough when you're the normal coach and you were there, but Coach Harris, you didn't get to do the 2020 season, and now as at Boise State, much deserved. I'm so glad to see Coach Harris at the D1 level. We're going to be seeing him rising through the ranks, I think, over the next several years. So, but yeah, you got a brand new coach now, and that's another element to this.
Yeah, it definitely is. You talk about Kiyoshi Harris, the former head coach for the Independence Dream U Pirates, now head of player personnel and recruiting out at Boise State University in Idaho, out there at the Smurf turf. I know Coach Harris is out listening to us on the live stream. And again, much love to you, my brother. I'm so happy and proud of you for the new job you're in right now. Much deserved, no question about it. We know you're just going to zenith to the top from here. And you're always going to be missed, but you have left this program in great hands. And first-year head coach Jason Martin stepping in, who has been his defensive coordinator ever since Coach Martin came here from Garden City, along with former head coach Jason Brown. Now Coach Martin moves into the head coach position. He has done a tremendous job in just assimilating all these players together, keeping it together like a wad of glue, if you will. And now coming out with a solid first half of play against the 7th-ranked team in the country, the Butler Grizzlies. Pirates up 17-3. And, I think, again, it just is tremendously complicated when you're looking at all of the moving parts that come into play to make this spring season happen, because you're right. Due to the COVID virus, the entire world has been paralyzed by that for over a year now. Thankfully, with the vaccines coming out, Matt, and it looks like we're moving in the right direction in a positive move for everybody society-wise. Hopefully, we'll get back to a sense of normalcy before too long. And regardless, we're going to have spring football right now. And probably the biggest concern for all coaching staffs, we got to keep our players healthy with the coronavirus still out amongst us as a society.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the big things is, week to week, and at least football does kind of have that week to week guidance with that. Basketball's been real tough because you could play 3 games in a week's time, but making sure that you have enough to compete and make sure that you're not having to go, at any given point you got to be ready to go if you're a backup, because you could get put out on the field not because of an injury but because of an illness. And controlling that, limiting that to just where it affects, one player or 2 players as opposed to the whole team, which unfortunately high school teams saw back in the fall. So, and then another element, the Hutch CCC game is now in a weather delay. We're in spring, and that means, when we get into April, that's not April, May in Kansas and Oklahoma, in this area that we're in. It's different weather than what you see in September and October and November.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. And I was just thinking the other day, ironically speaking, about the weather here in the spring. I'm thinking, okay, for all these road games that are coming up, because the Dream U Pirates have 3 home games. We've got Butler here, and then we're also going to end up hosting Garden City, and we will host Hutchinson. So the big 3 are actually coming here to Schultes Stadium, which is great. But we're going to have 4 road games. And I was thinking, you know what, Jeff? You probably ought to pack an extra set of clothing when you go to call these games, because we could end up being held overnight because of weather delays. I've had it happen to me before, and the worst thing it can be is you're 5 hours away from home and you have no change of clothes, let alone a toothbrush.
Yeah, that's one thing you got to look at, and luckily for you, that there are a couple of those trips that you don't have to make, Garden and Hutch, but close travel, and Dodge City not close. Luckily, one of those away games is just about 20 minutes down the road at Coffeyville.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Really a very favorable schedule for the Dream U Pirates this year. Again, we'll kind of recap it. Next week, which will be Saturday, April 3rd, the Pirates will have a bye week. And then on Saturday, April 10th, Independence will head to Fort Scott to take on the Greyhounds at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then follow that up on Saturday, April 17th. Pirates will host the Garden City Broncbusters here at Schultes Stadium at 7 o'clock p.m. And then on Saturday, April 24th, Independence hits the road up north to go to Highland to take on the Scotties at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then follow that up on Sunday, May 2nd, back at home against the number one team in the country, the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. That'll be a 7 o'clock kick time for the Pirates. And then Sunday, May 9th, that's right, Sunday, both games, Hutchinson is a Sunday, Dodge City on Sunday, May 9th. That's a road game at 4 o'clock in the afternoon out at the Boot Hill. And then Pirates will have an open date on Saturday, May 16th. And then the season finale in the regular season, as it should be, the Montgomery County Backyard Brawl. Sunday, May 23rd, the Coffeyville Red Ravens will host the Pirates at 1:30 p.m. at Veterans Stadium in Coffeyville.
The game I'm really looking forward to. It's one I've got circled on the calendar as now a part of this broadcast here with you and NIC. Sunday games in the month of February, all Saturday or month of February, all in the month of May, and then all Saturday games in April. And this odd Friday night lights here, college edition in the end of March.
It's crazy indeed. It's a crazy year, but I'll tell you what, folks, we're glad we're back on the air with junior college football. Week 1, here we are at Schultes Stadium in Independence. The Dream U Pirates 17, the Butler Grizzlies 3 at halftime. We're going to go back to the studios for 1 minute. When we come back, we'll be ready for the second half. This is Pirate Football on Sunshine 98.9 KQQF. And welcome back to Schultes Stadium here in Independence, Kansas. Getting ready to start the second half of action as the Pirates holding a 17-3 lead over the Butler Grizzlies in week 1 of the spring 2021 football season for junior college. Independence will be kicking off to start the second half as they received the opening kickoff. And just to kind of recap the scoring in the first quarter at the 10:43 mark, a 5-yard touchdown run by Tavian Thomas. Wilson Yee adds the PAT, 7-zip Pirates. And then Independence on their second possession, they tack on another touchdown at the 5:35 mark, 7-yard scoring toss from Brock Doman, the quarterback, to Tavian Thomas. Again, Yee adds the PAT. It's 14-zip, and then the Pirates would add yet another score right before the end of the first quarter. This with 19.6 seconds on the clock, a 40-yard field goal by Wilson Yee to push the lead to 17-0. Independence would not score in the second quarter. Butler added the lone points of the second with a 4.5-second field goal right before halftime from 22 yards out that hit the right upright by John Hankinson and then wiggled its way through. So that's where we stand, 17-3, Pirates to kick off to Butler. Indy going right to left. Kick is away, and it'll be fielded at the 4-yard line. Up to the 10, the 15, he hits, he fumbles. Independence dives after it, and I think the Pirates might have got the ball. What a wicked hit that separated the ball. And inside the 20-yard line, the officials unpiling the players, and somehow Butler comes up with it. Eddie Lewis took a shot, and the ball separated from him, hit the turf, and there was a scrum for it at about the 17-yard line. Butler dodges a bullet here in the opening second half, and they'll get the ball 1st and 10 just inside their 18-yard line.
Almost a costly mistake there for Butler to start this second half, and tell you what, Pirates are ready. They're going to make you force some errors if they can.
Davenport, the quarterback, in the pistol set. He hands off to the tailback. He'll run off the right side across the 20 to about the 22-yard line, picking up good solid 4 to 5 yards. That'll be number 21, Jordan Kemp, tailback out of Kemp, Texas, at 5'11" and 197 pounds. So a gain of 4 brings up now 2nd down 7, just outside the Butler red zone at the 21-yard line. Davenport goes gun set. Kemp, the tailback, left-hand side. 2 wide outs far side, 1 near side. He'll drop back in the pocket. He looks, he throws down the field, has a man, and it's caught at the 35, the 30, the 20, the 10, and to the end zone for the touchdown. And it's Eddie Lewis that comes up with the catch, and a backbreaker, but it looks like there's a penalty on the play. I'm not sure what the officials are discussing. 78 yards to the end zone if it stands.
Looks like it's going to. Butler's celebrating now.
And the Indy, it is a penalty against the Pirates. The Indy defense gets scorched to start the 3rd quarter. 78-yard scoring toss from Davenport to Lewis, and all of a sudden it's 17-9. Butler surging back. Now the PAT kick pending for the Grizzlies. Not how the Pirates wanted to start the 3rd quarter, that's for sure. Butler comes out firing, throwing the ball deep. Now Grizzlies go into an unorthodox lineup on the line of scrimmage, and now they'll get back under the ball, go back to the conventional set. Hankinson set to try the PAT kick. On the hold will be Davenport, and Hankinson puts it through the upright. So 17-10 and a change of events. Butler striking the scoreboard with less than a minute into the 3rd quarter. We're going to head back to the studios for 30 seconds. It's Pirate football right here on Sunshine 98.9 KQQF. Welcome back to Schultes Stadium here in Independence, and the Grizzlies striking the scoreboard. A la 78-yard scoring toss from their quarterback Davenport to wideout Eddie Lewis. Hankinson adds the PAT kick, and just like that, it's 17-10. Pirate lead cut down to 7. Now the Independent special teams out on the field, ready to receive the kickoff. Set to tow it up. It'll be Gage Girk. It's a high, short kick. You got to get on the ball. And Independence, nobody covered the ball up, and Butler dives on it. A huge mistake by the Pirates special teams, as it was a high kick to the near side of the field. Nobody went to the ball, and Butler races down the field and dives on it at the Independence 30-yard line. So an absolute major blunder on special teams for Independence.
Yeah, unlike punts, those kickoffs, those are live footballs, and no one covered it. The up men just kind of moved forward to block, and the guys that were back didn't come up to try to field it.
So now the Dream U defense back on the field after they have given up that scoring strike from Davenport. Davenport goes into the pistol formation with Kempf behind him as the tailback. Wideouts each side of the field. Fakes the handoff. He's back to throw. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. He gets rid of it to his fullback. It's complete at the 20, the 15, the 10, and inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line, as Davenport did a great job dumping the ball off to his fullback out in the flat. That was Lawson Schultz. And now Butler inside the Pirate 10-yard line, 1st and goal, trying to tie this game up. Under 14 minutes and counting in the third quarter, and it has spiraled out of control all of a sudden for Independence. Handoff comes near side, inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line. And that's Cavante McDonald on the handoff for Butler.
Momentum really starting to shift over towards Butler as this offense is starting to get it going.
Pistol set, Davenport. He'll hand it up a middle, and it goes to McDonald. He dives forward. No signal. Now it is. Touchdown. Butler. 3-yard touchdown on the run. And that one goes to Cavante McDonald. And it's 17-16. This third quarter has turned into a living nightmare for the Pirates, and we're only a minute and a half into it. PAT kick pending. Again, it'll be Hankinson to try the point after. Kick is up. It is good, and we are tied up, folks, with 13:36 remaining in the third quarter. Butler on the board in back-to-back touchdowns to open the second half. Tied at 17 all, and man, what an eye-opener, Matt.
Yeah, completely turned this game on its head. It's a brand-new ball game tied up at 17, and the momentum is clearly shifted over towards the Butler sideline, and to them, it's a brand new ball game, and you can look just looking over there. They're jumping up and down, and they're ready to continue on through this second half. But that was a quick 14 points for them.
Yeah, barely, not even 90 seconds into the third quarter. And Independence finds themselves in a dogfight now, tied up at 17 all with the Butler Grizzlies. The battle of top 10 teams living up to its billing now, as Butler has stormed back to tack on 14 straight points after trailing 17-3 at halftime. And here comes the squib kick. Somebody might want to get that one, and they do. They fielded at the 25, but it was a fair catch called. So the Pirates will have 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line after they failed miserably on the last kickoff to even cover the ball, and that cost them dearly. So Indy trying to get their offense cranked back up, which has went somewhat dormant after a blazing first quarter. Brock Doman leads the charge for the Independence offense. He'll go to the pistol formation. Tavian Thomas is the tailback. Wideouts to each side of the field. Doman checks off the play at the line of scrimmage. Play clock down to 22. In the pistol set. Puts the tight end in motion in the backfield. He'll hand off near side. Tavian Thomas. He tries to get around the edge. Spins out of one tackle. Now another. And Thomas barrels over the defensive back and drives him out of bounds Huge pickup on the play. Tavian Thomas for a gain of nearly 16, and Independence moves the chains on first down. Ball now out to the Pirate 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Thomas stays in as tailback, right-hand side of the gun set of Doman. Doman back, throws. It is complete near side, out to midfield and inside Butler territory at the 48-yard line. That was a quick hitter pass to the wideout, number 5, Debo Allen for Indy. And another first down for the Pirates. So back-to-back first downs, moving the hardware across the field.
Good 2 plays, 2 first downs, exactly what you want to see after giving up 14 points to start the third quarter.
Doman goes pistol formation. Thomas, the tailback. Goes to Thomas right up the middle. This time he's hit for a loss of 1 on the play. The Butler defense doing a good job of stymieing the run at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop for the Grizzlies, Hunter Lee, the linebacker out of Melbourne, Florida. So 2nd and 11 coming up for Indy. The ball pushed back to the Grizzly 48-yard line. Here in the third quarter, 12:30 and counting. Game tied at 17 all. Independence jumped out to a 17-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. Doman in the gun set. Thomas, the tailback right side. Doman to throw over the middle. It is complete to the wideout on a quick slant just outside the 40-yard line of Butler. And then stacked up for a gain of about 6 on the play. And I believe coming up with that catch was Will Sparks for Independence. Sparks has had about 3 catches tonight.
He was a target early in the game and hadn't seen him make a play in a bit, but going back to him here early in the third.
3rd down 4 for Indy in Butler territory at the 41-yard line. 11:42 and counting here in the third quarter. Game tied at 17 all. Doman in the pistol set. Now moves Thomas over, and the play clock is going to expire. I don't think the Pirates could get it off. They did get a timeout, but the offense struggling to get the play off, and they have to burn a timeout with 11:32 showing in the third quarter. Our score, Dream U 17, Butler 17. We'll take a 30-second commercial break. It's Pirate football right here on Sunshine 98.9 KQQF. And back here at Schultes Stadium, Jeff Carpenter alongside Matt Jordan with your play-by-play tonight of Jayhawk Conference football. Week 1 tied at 17 all between 2 top 10 teams in the country, Independence and Butler. Pistol set for Doman, 3rd down and 4 for the Pirates. Trip wideouts come to the near side, 1 to the far side, tight end to the far side of the field. Now tailback goes left-hand side. Doman, he's going to run the option. Coming near side, he's running out of room, and he's not going to go anywhere. He'll lose a yard on the play. The Butler defense just swarming to the football, and it'll be a loss of 1, bringing up now a 4th down and call it 5 for Independence, and the Pirates are going to have to punt the ball away at the Butler 42-yard line. So the Butler defense answers the call, and now trying to get the ball back to the red-hot Grizzly offense, who has scored on back-to-back possessions.
What looked like it was going to be a good start to the drive, sputtered.
Low snap, but gets the kick away. A nice kick as it hits at the 10 and going to be down at about the 3-yard line. So a great job by special teams getting down the field and coming up, downing the ball. And credit that to Anthony Duffy, The 6'2", 195-pound freshman from Murray, Kentucky, downing it inside the 5. So a long field for the Grizzlies, but that didn't deter them early. Scored from 78 yards out on a pass from Davenport to Lewis down the far sideline. So the Independence defense trying to get their swagger back. Tied at 17 all with 10:40 here in the third quarter. Davenport in the shotgun, tailback right side. Hands off to the tailback. He'll come near side. He's hit and spins across the 5 to about the 7 or 8 yard line. So a positive gain of about 4 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down 6 for the Butler offense. Clock moving at 10:16 and counting here in the third quarter, tied at 17. Again, Davenport stays into the gun set. Tailback right side in the backfield, 2 wideouts near side. He drops to throw, looking. He's going to throw it down the field, lofts it up in the air, and it's incomplete. And now here comes another late flag from the near side judge. Boy, pass and interference penalties are killing the Pirates.
I had a feeling that one was coming. A little closer than the second one that got called at the end of the first half, but needs to those officials need to get their hands in their pocket a little bit quicker. Those are some slow throwing flags.
Passing interference against the Pirates going against Tyree Carlisle. And it'll be a first down for the Grizzlies. Moves the ball out to the Butler 22-yard line. So 1st and 10 Butler with 9:57 here in the third quarter. And the Independence defense struggling now to protect the long ball throw down the field. Davenport at quarterback. He's the backup that came in for Butler. He'll go into the pistol formation. Now puts Kempf in motion to the far side. He drops in the pocket. He's looking, throws, and over the head of his tight end, incomplete. Trying to go to Carter Johnson on the far side of the field. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for Butler.
Got some pressure there again. I think they're going to have to go back to trying to force Davenport to make some quick decisions. Although, I don't know if this is simply weren't prepared for him, but Davenport looks like the more athletic of the 2 quarterbacks.
Very true. Pistol formation for Davenport. He's going to fake the handoff, spins near side, hits the back out of the backfield, but he's wrapped up rather quickly near the 25-yard line. Went to his tailback on the little swing pass out of the backfield on the RPO action. Independence doing a good job coming up with the tackle.
That's tackling a bowling ball. That's big old number 42, Lawson Schultz. When you're 5'11 and 264, it's a low center of gravity. You're running people over.
Yeah, that's a cinder block, no doubt. Brings up now 3rd down 8 for Butler. Ball spotted at their own 25-yard line. Gun set. Davenport back to throw. He'll fire. It's incomplete off the hands of his wideout, who just ran a little simple hook pattern right near the 35-yard line, but unable to reel it in was Malik Berry. And the Pirates will force a punting situation for Butler with 9:04 left here in the third quarter. The Independence defense weathering the storm after Butler tacked on back-to-back touchdowns in the third quarter in less than 90 seconds, no doubt. Kick is away. It's a low floating kick fielded on a fair catch at the Pirate 45-yard line. It's a good job by DeMarcus Griffin to reel that one in on the fair catch. Independence offense back out on the field. 8:58 remaining in the third quarter, and Indy trying to get something going offensively. after really just dominating the first quarter en route to 17 quick points. But since then, Butler's defense has answered the call and shut down the offense of Indy. Brock Doman in the gun set. Tavian Thomas, the tailback. It goes to Thomas. He'll come near side at the 50, the 40, down the sideline at the 35, and a burst of speed by the 235-pound Tavian Thomas as he is knocked out of bounds at the Butler 28-yard line. Huge play for the Pirates and a gain of about 25.
That's one way to get the offense back going. Give it to the big man, Thomas, and let him do some work. He had a good first half and hasn't carried the ball, in my opinion, as much as he needs to. So give it back to him.
Yeah, I agree, because at halftime, Thomas had 6 carries for 50 yards, averaging over 8 yards a tote, and had, of course, the 1-yard touchdown run in the first quarter from 5 yards out. And now we see the explosive power on that last run by Tavian Thomas, and he is the D1 bounce back from the University of Cincinnati. And Thomas has been huge for the Pirates here tonight offensively. 6'3", 235-pound sophomore from Dayton, Ohio. Thomas stays in the backfield, left-hand side, shotgun set for Doman. Doman drops in the pocket, throws it to Thomas near side. It's complete, and he's bumped out of bounds. Going to lose about a yard on the play. Coming to the near side of the field, that's kind of a tough play to pull off for an offense when you throw that little swing pass out into the backfield, and by the time your running back catches it, he only has about 3 yards to make something happen before he runs out of bounds.
Yeah, those work a little bit better when it's off to the longer side of the field. They're on the short side here on the near side, and he ran out of real estate way sooner than he would have liked to.
Under 8 minutes and counting, 2nd and 11 for Dream U. Gun set, Doman, pump fake. He'll throw, fires it. It's picked off by Butler. Grizzlies down the far side of the field, rumbling, and then knocked out of bounds at around the 45-yard line of Butler. And that was Quay Drake, the linebacker from Wadley, Alabama, with the INT. Doman making a bad decision, forcing that ball in double coverage, and it's picked off, and a turnover gives it right back to the Butler offense with 7:43 showing in the third quarter. Game tied at 17-all, and that right there again, another huge momentum shift. Pirates kind of had something going offensively, and now they turn it over.
Yeah, and that was almost looked like it was right to Drake there on the throw. Really only the second bad decision Doman has made tonight, but that one's costly.
Davenport goes pistol set at quarterback, one tailback behind him. He'll send 2 wideouts to the near side of the field. Checks off the play at the line of scrimmage. Hands it off to the tailback. He'll cut it across the grain. Good defensive play by Independence as Kemp, the tailback, tried to cut it against the grain, but he was chopped down after a gain of about 3. In on the stop for Indy, Ahmad Jordan, the linebacker out of Fort Lauderdale. So brings up now 2nd down 7 for Butler at the 7:17 mark and counting of the third quarter. We're tied at 17. Doman trying to get the Independence offense going, and now it's Davenport trying to keep the Butler offense on the field. He'll drop back to throw. He fires it deep down the field, and it's incomplete, and another flag comes out. And you got to imagine it's either going to be holding or passing interference against the Pirates secondary.
If it's holding, it's understandable. It's pass interference. That's another non-catchable ball. But this Butler team is definitely, with Davenport in at quarterback, much more keen to take shots down the field.
So Independence defensively, you got to figure out one of two things. One, it's passing interference against the Pirates. That's an automatic first down. Moves it in Pirate territory at the 38-yard line with 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And Davenport has been torching the Independence secondary. He'll go pistol formation. Tailback right behind him. 2 wideouts to the near side. Slot back left side. Hands off tailback. He has a lane on the outside edge, and he is finally knocked out of bounds after picking up a first down And that'll be Tevin Petrie, the 5'10", 198-pound tailback out of Norton, Kansas on the carry. So a pickup of 12 moves the chains down to the Pirate 28-yard line. 1st and 10. Grizzlies. This time, Davenport's going to keep it. He's going to run the option near side. He's hit and wrapped up. And may have got a couple yards on the play, depending on the spot. Good job defensively by the Pirates. Nadame Tucker in on the stop, and we have a Pirate defender down on the field. They're going to actually give him gain of about 4, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 6. And again, we have a defender down for Independence with 6:25 remaining in the 3rd quarter, tied at 17 all. We'll take an injury timeout for 30 seconds. You're listening to Pirate Football right here on Sunshine 98.9 KQQF. Welcome back to Schultes Stadium. 6:25 remaining 3rd quarter. Butler with the ball, 2nd down, 7 from the Independence 23-yard line. Davenport goes pistol formation. Kempf behind him as the tailback. 3 wideouts to the far side of the field. He'll send Kempf now to the near side in the backfield. He drops back in the pocket, and he's in trouble. He's flushed out. He's on the run, and he is hit and brought down after a gain of about 3 on the play inside the Pirate 20-yard line to the 19.
Flag on the play looks like in the area of holding, so it might be the first time in a while that ICC has caught a break with the flag.
Yeah, definitely a flag on the play, and I think you might be right, Matt. Kind of hard to tell. These officials have been pretty deliberate in their discussions. And it is holding against the Butler offense. So that's a 10-yard penalty. It'll move the ball back to the Pirate 34-yard line, or between the 33 and 34-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and long. Call it 2nd and 17 for Butler as they send 3 wideouts to the far side. Davenport goes into the shotgun formation. Kemp, the tailback, right side. Independence with a 4-man front defense. Dropping back to throw. He'll fire it down the field, and I don't know if it's caught or not. It's out of bounds. A good effort, though, by Eddie Lewis, the wideout, to try to reel it in. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 17 for Butler. 5:36 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, and Butler pretty much has abandoned the run, and they're just throwing the ball left and right.
Yeah, Davenport can sling it. And, again, I don't know if this is one of the situations where the ICC defense, you prepare for a guy like Gavin Screws, and all of a sudden you get a guy, and it looks like really different styles with Davenport, or if Davenport maybe was the better choice.
He's in the shotgun formation, 1 tailback in the backfield. He'll hand it off to Kemp right up the middle. He's hit, spun away from 1 tackler, and then fights his way inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line before he is dragged down by 4 Pirate defenders. It's going to bring up now 4th down and call it a long 7 for the Butler offense. Ball at the Independence 23-yard line. The Grizzlies keep the offense on the field, so a huge 4th down play coming up with 5:02 and counting in the 3rd quarter, tied at 17 all. Pirate defense digs in, gun set for Davenport. He's going to keep it, come near side and runs the option, pitches to Kemp. He's hit, spins out of 1 tackler, and then gang tackle bounced out of bounds, and he'll be short of the 1st down yardage needed. So good defense by the Pirates as they shut down the Butler drive with 4:46 remaining in the third quarter. Turnover on downs and Independence offense coming back out on the field, Matt.
Yeah, of all the things Butler could run there, I don't know, a speed option would have been at the top of my list. You've looked good throwing the ball. You've popped off some pretty good runs. Davenport shown he's athletic, but yeah, running the speed options on the near side of the field did not pay off there. And now ICC has to stop this 17-0 run by Butler.
Doman in the gun set for Indy. He'll hand off. Reggie Williams right up the middle at the 30, 35, and Williams races across the 40-yard line. 17 yards he rips off against the Butler defense. First down, Pirates. 4:37 and counting here in the third quarter. We're tied at 17. Brock Doman, the quarterback for Indy in the shotgun formation. Williams, the tailback right side. Fakes to Williams, throws. It's incomplete, trying to go out in the flat to his tight end, but not able to reel in the ball, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for Indy.
I haven't seen Doman run the ball since early in the game. I think maybe that might be something you look to go back to. I think you really need to stay on the ground. Throwing it just doesn't seem to be working right now. You popped some pretty good runs on the last 3 drives that have stalled because you've gone to the passing game. So maybe try to keep it on the ground here if you're the Pirates.
Independence goes pistol formation, 1 wide out to each side of the field. Tailback will be Reggie Williams. And now flags fly before they can get the play off. You got to figure there's procedure call against the Pirates. False start. Goes against the tight end for Indy, and now brings up a 2nd and long for the Pirates. 2nd down, 15 as they move it back to the Pirate 35-yard line. 4:21 remaining third quarter. We're tied at 17 all between Butler and Indy. Butler, the 7th-ranked team in the country. Independence ranked number 9 in the nation. Pirates go with twin wideouts far side, 1 near side, pistol formation. Brock Doman, the quarterback. And now the officials, I don't know, they blow the play dead.
There was a 12th man running off the field for Butler, and I don't know if he got off in time. And that may have been what that was, or it might have been.
Well, that's why Doman was trying to get a hurry-up snap, and the officials stepped in and stopped the play, which that you can't do that. They're going to call delay a game against the Pirates after all of that.
So what I think happened there is ICC subbed, and when the offense subs, the defense gets to sub in response to that, and Butler was slow to sub, and that's what caused the delay of game.
It moves the Pirates back another 5 yards, so now 2nd down and 20 from the Independence 31-yard line. Doman in the pocket. He'll throw over the middle. It's picked off again by Butler. And the Grizzlies have came up with 2 interceptions here in the third quarter. Brock Doman, just bad decision-making as he tried to force that ball in traffic, and it's picked off for the 2nd time here in the second half with 4:13 remaining in the third quarter. Tied at 17 all, and now you force the Dream U defense to come out and defend a short field at your own 30-yard line.
Yeah, that's 3 turnovers now for this. No, 4 turnovers now for this Pirates team, and yeah, great field position for Butler to get their first lead if they want it.
Pistol set, Davenport, the quarterback, hands off to the tailback, and that's Kemp. He'll run off the left side of that offensive line, and he's stacked up rather quickly. He will pick up some positive yards. May get a couple depending on the spot. It will be inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. So, yeah, brings up 2nd down 8 now for the Grizzly offense with 3:45 and counting here in the third quarter. A third quarter that the Pirates are hoping they can just get out of. It has been a nightmare. Independence giving up 14 points and not scoring at all since the first quarter. Davenport goes to the gun set, tailback right side. He fakes the handoff, back to throw. He'll launch it down the field to the end zone. It's caught, touchdown, Butler. Unbelievable. Where is the defensive secondary is my question. Couldn't tell for sure who caught it. I believe it was Eddie Lewis, the wideout.
That's been their deep threat. That's the guy that they've looked to a couple times, different times tonight, deep. And again, I don't know what in practice they saw out of Screws, but Davenport definitely looks like the better option here for Butler going forward.
Butler takes the lead now, 23-17, pending the PAT kick by Hankinson, and he kicks it up, and it is good. So 24-17, and Butler has reeled off 24 straight points against the Pirates, who looked absolutely battered here in this third quarter with 3:18 left. We'll take a 30-second commercial break. It's Pirate football right here on Sunshine 98.9 KQQF. And back at Schultes Stadium in Independence, it's been all Butler Grizzlies in the second half. Butler with 3 straight touchdowns. First off, a 78-yard scoring pass, then a 3-yard touchdown run, and now a 28-yard touchdown pass. And Davenport has been lighting up the Pirate defensive secondary. 24-17. This game has flip-flopped against Dream U. 3:18 remaining in the third quarter. Pirates trying to rebound. The kick is away. It's deep. Independence bobbles it at the 8-yard line. Now picks it up. It's Thomas. He'll backtrack across the 12 to about the 15. And then finally ran out of bounds. So Indy going to operate inside the red zone, 1st and 10 with 3:13 showing in the third quarter.
24 unanswered points here for Butler in this one, and I mean it's been all Butler since the start of the second half really, and Indy's got to look to bounce back here.
Pirates have to start in the trenches offensively, and they got to start getting some holes opened up for Thomas and then also for Williams in the running game. Doman goes pistol formation. Thomas is the tailback, and it goes to Thomas. Right side, he's hit and stacked up after a very short gain. Might have picked up a yard on the far side. So it'll bring up 2nd and long as we hit the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. Now they're going to say he actually lost a half a yard, so make it 2nd and 11 for Independence with 2:46 and counting here in the third quarter. Pirates trying to figure out a way how to get offense going. Doman in the pistol set. Fakes the handoff, coming near side and has the ball tipped as he tried to spin out of the pressure and throw it back to the near side of the field to his tight end, but it's incomplete. So 3rd and long coming up on the incompleted pass with 2:32 remaining in the third quarter. Butler 24, Independence 17.
I don't know where the ICC offense went from the first quarter, but they need to go find him.
Doman goes gun, rolls near side. Now he fires the ball. And it is reeled in across the 30-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Pirates.
It's a good step right there. Big third down conversion and keeping the drive alive. You did not want to go 3 and out there after giving up the lead.
I believe that was Willie Brantley reeling that pass in for the first down. New set of downs for the Pirates at their 30-yard line, 2:16 and counting. Handoff goes to Thomas. He'll go up the middle at the 40, the 45, still on his feet, and Tavian out near midfield before being wrapped up. That's a gain of 18 on the play. And if you give Thomas a little crease, he'll usually make a big play out of it. And he's going to check out, coming in to take his spot for Independence at the tailback position will be number 23, Reggie Williams. First down, Pirates at their own 48-yard line. We're under 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Doman back in the pocket. He'll throw over the middle, complete to his tight end, who's hit right at midfield and leveled. Coming up with a big stop, that's Keyshawn Pickett, the D-back. Gain of 2 brings up 2nd down and 8 for Independence's offense. We're down to 90 seconds and counting in the third quarter.
Even after the 2 picks, good to see that still has some confidence in Doman to throw the football around. But, yeah, I still think the run game's where this team's got to lead on.
There's a bobbled snap, and Williams comes up with it in the backfield and makes something out of nothing at the 40. And he goes inside the 40 to almost the 35-yard line. Credit Reggie Williams with all 100% effort on that run to pick up the first down for the Pirates. That was fantastic, picking up about 14.
Talking about turning a negative into a positive. That was a great play by Williams.
So Indy avoids near disaster on the bobbled snap. First down from the Butler 35 with 46 seconds and counting. Pirates down by a touchdown. The handoff goes to Thomas. He'll come near side. The 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, 10, 5, and Tavian Thomas bumped out of bounds near the 5-yard line. First down, Indy, 1st and goal coming up for the Pirate offense. And they'll mark him out at the 2-yard line. So a huge run, that one there for 27. And Tavian Thomas stays into the lineup, the Thunder back for the Pirates. He'll go pistol formation right behind Brock Doman, the quarterback, down to 12 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Wide out in motion from near side, far side. That's Allen. It hands it off right up the middle. Thomas, he bangs his way in. Touchdown, Indy. Dream you. From 2 yards out, Tavian Thomas with 0.7 of a second remaining, 24-23. And just a power running game this time as Tavian Thomas, the 235-pound tailback, literally carried the Pirates into the end zone on that possession.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, 2nd one on the ground.
Big night for him. Looks like he might have been shaken up a little bit. PAT kick pending for Indy. It's up, and it is good. Yee kicks it through the uprights, and we have a new game again with 0.7 of a second remaining in the third quarter, tied at 24 all. We'll take a 30-second commercial break. This is Pirate Football on Sunshine 98.9 KQQF. Welcome back to Indy here at Schultes Stadium. And that is going to be the final play, so there's less than a second on the clock. They just let it meld off after the touchdown by Tavian Thomas from 2 yards out. Yee adds the PAT kick. At the end of 3, we're tied at 24 all as Dream U and Butler, 2 top 10 ranked teams in the country coming into the preseason. They're locked into a heavyweight battle here at Schultes Stadium. Indy led 17-0 at the end of the first quarter, but responded with 24 straight points. And now the Pirates come back with a touchdown of their own, courtesy of Tavian Thomas, their power tailback, as he carried the load into the end zone for 2 yards out on the final plunge. And we have a new ball game.
Finally found some groove there on the ground for the Pirates offense and punching it in to tie it up. And like I said, brand new ball game here, tied up 24-all as we head into the fourth quarter.
The way it should be, man. It's taken 17 months to get us back to the gridiron, and now we've got a barn burner on our hands, Matt. What a game.
Exactly the thing you want to see when you're watching your first game against top 10 opponents for the first time in 503 days.
Pirates to kick away. It's a good boot to the far side of the field. Fair catch called for at the 10-yard line. So Butler will have it 1st and 10 to start this next drive with 15 minutes exactly remaining in the fourth quarter. And we're going to say regulation because
we are tied.
Who knows? Yeah. You know, we could have free football tonight.
Imagine first game in 17 months and you get an extra free. Lot better situation was going up in Hutch where they saw an hour rain delay.
Wow, that's rough. Mother Nature winning that one. 25-yard line is the starting point for the Grizzly offense. Tied at 24 all here in the fourth quarter. Just underway. Pistol set for Davenport, the quarterback. Tailback right behind him. That'll be Kemp. He'll hand it off to Kemp. He'll go off left side, and he gets around the edge, and he'll pick up a solid, looks like maybe 6 or 7 yards, depending on the spot, before he's bumped out of bounds, and they'll give him 5 altogether. Moves it out to the 30-yard line. So 2nd down 5 coming up for Butler's offense. 14:30 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Davenport at quarterback in the pistol set, sends fullback in motion to the far side. He'll hand off to the tailback. Again, it's Kemp. He's hit, bottled up, and driven backwards by that Pirate defense. Very short gain on the play. Indy doing a good job coming up with the hit, and there were several bodies in there for the Pirates. Kind of hard to tell when they unpile them, but first one that jumped out was Will Whitson, the D lineman, 6'5", 275, the freshman out of Cincinnati. 3rd down, 3 coming up for Butler, a huge 3rd down, pistol formation, Davenport. He'll hand it off to the tailback. He's hit, trying to fight his way forward, but I think the defense held. It's going to be very close. I think he's about a yard short, Matt.
Yeah, I definitely think he's short. Good job by the Hog Mollies up front to hold that one in. And when you got a guy like they do in the middle, 6'6", 315, definitely makes it hard to run inside.
Looks like Butler's thinking about going for it. Surely not. Inside your 35-yard line with 13 minutes left. And then the special teams come out for the Grizzlies to kick it on 4th and 1. I was going to say that's going to be a dicey call.
Not in a tie game right after you just gave up having the lead.
High snap. They get it underway. The kick, it's a good kick. It's a high hanger. Fielded at the 30-yard line of Independence on the fair catch. Reeling that one in was DeMarcus Griffin, the 5'10", 175-pounder, the sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina for Independent Special Teams. And now the offense back out on the field, 1st and 10, just outside their own 30-yard line with 12:53 remaining in the fourth quarter. We're tied at 24 all.
Big moment here. You kind of grabbed a little of momentum, tying the game back up. You got the stop on 3rd and short, and now you got a chance to take the lead back for the first time in the second half.
Pistol set for Doman, the quarterback for Indy. Behind him in the backfield as the tailback will be Reggie Williams. Hands off to Williams right up the middle. He gets through the first line of defense and then dragged down by the linebackers just outside the 35-yard line. So a pickup of 5 on the play for Williams and the Pirates on a quick hitter. Micaiah Knoll in on the stop for Butler. Brings up 2nd down 5. They're going to say 2nd and 6 on the board, but it's debatable. Gun set, Doman back in the pocket. He'll throw. It is complete, far side of the field. That'll be a first down for the Pirates.
That trusty receiver, Will Sparks.
Yeah, Sparks has been big tonight for the Pirates. That's like 5 catches for him. He picks up the first down, moves the chains, and the drive stays alive at the Pirate 42-yard line. We near the 12-minute mark here in the fourth quarter, tied at 24 all between Indy and Butler. Pistol set again, Doman, the quarterback. Hands off Williams. He'll go left side. Reggie spins out of one tackle, but then he's brought down by the outside linebacker for the Butler Grizzly defense. That was Lee Hunter with the tackle after a pickup of 2. 2nd down 8 now for the Pirates.
Hunter was the only guy there. I mean, Williams looked like he'd broken that tackle. He'd had some room to run, but good tackle by the defense to hold him to just a gain of, looks like about 2 or 3.
Williams out, Thomas in, so the Thunderback comes in for the Pirates in the pistol formation. Doman's going to keep it. Coming near side, he's hit, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage on the quarterback keeper. So good defensive play by Butler. Quay Drake with the tackle. He had the INT earlier for Butler. We near the 11-minute mark here of the fourth quarter. Pirates trying to keep the drive alive, faced with 3rd down 7 from their own 45-yard line. Tied at 24 all. Doman goes gun formation. Right side will be Thomas in the backfield. Indy crowd trying to fire up the Pirates. Play clock down to 10. You got to get it going. Doman checks off the play. Thomas goes left side in the gun formation. Back in the pocket. He looks. He throws. Almost picked off again, but off the fingertips of Butler's Malik Berry, the linebacker. And it'll bring up 4th down and 7, and the Pirates are going to have to punt the ball back to the Grizzlies.
Good job by Butler's defense answering there, and Doman just a little short on that pass, allowed the defensive linebacker there to get up and knock that down. He did have a receiver open as if he would have been able to get it past the line of scrimmage.
Stephon Forbes to punt the ball for the Pirates. Good snap. Forbes gets the kick away, end over end, line drive, hits at the 20, takes a high hop, and then takes a Pirate bounce near the Butler 15-yard line. And that's where it will be downed with 10:23 remaining in the fourth quarter. Indy 24, Butler 24. And the Grizzly offense back out on the field with 10:23 remaining in the fourth quarter of play. You just tuned into our broadcast. The Pirates took a 17-0 lead in the first quarter. Butler answered back in the second quarter by tacking on a field goal right before halftime to trail 17-3. And then the Grizzlies came out of the locker room and notched 21 points in the third quarter to take the lead. But then the Pirates tied it back up. And here comes Butler. Davenport, the quarterback, in the gun set, tailback left side. He'll drop to throw. He fires over the middle, and a wicked hit as the fullback tried to reel it in, and he was hammered right at the 25-yard line. Big-time shot. That was Zykeef Johnson, the D-back, 6'1", 180-pound freshman from Columbia, South Carolina, coming up with a hit, and fullback for Butler is down on the ground. He took a shot.
It's Lawson Schultz there, slow to get up, and Schultz is he's a big boy.
260 pounds. He is down on the field. We hope he's all right. With 10:20 remaining in the fourth quarter, he took a big hit. He was in a vulnerable position. He went up for the pass, and as soon as he put his hands on it, he was tattooed by Zykeef Johnson.
It looked like left leg injury. I'm not sure. Maybe his knee.
They're trying to help him up, and man, it's taken 3 guys to try to pull up a 264-pound fullback, and he is going to be helped off the field. The good news is he is putting some pressure on that left leg that appeared to be the problem and walking off under his own power, so that's a positive sign. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion with 10:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. Pirates and the Butler Grizzlies tied at 24 all. As the Pirate players on the sideline try to get team fired up defensively. 2nd and 10, gun set for the quarterback Davenport for Butler. He's got a tailback right-hand side, trip wideouts far side. He'll drop back in the pocket. He'll fire, and it's incomplete. Again, good defensive play by the Pirates.
Yeah, this defense has got to step up now. If offense has shown that they've struggled since that first quarter, and you get them good field position if you can force the 3 and out here.
3rd down 10, so a huge 3rd down play coming up for the Pirate defense. Davenport at quarterback for Butler in the shotgun formation, tailback right side, 3 wideouts to the near side. Now he puts 1 wideout in motion to the far side. He drops back. Here comes the pressure. Indy putting it on him. He's going to roll to the far side of the field, still running with it, and he is hit and knocked out of bounds around the 20-yard line of Butler. Indy defense did a good job of converging in on Davenport, the quarterback, once the pocket broke down. And I believe coming up with that tackle is going to be Trey Wilkins, the linebacker out of Lithonia, Georgia for the Pirates at 6'2", 225. And it will force a punting situation. Now 4th down, and let's call it a long 6 for Butler right at their own 20-yard line.
Exactly what you want to do, depending on how this punt goes. You could see great field position.
It's a high kick, fielded and fair caught by Indy. DeMarcus Griffin showing good hands for the Pirates special teams, and Independence takes over 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line with 9 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. We're tied at 24 all, Matt, and holy cow, this game here, it has all the earmarks of going right down to the wire here in week 1.
Yeah, the way this game opened up, you kind of thought Indy was going to just salt it away, do what they wanted, and just kind of control the game and let it go to them. And then you saw them tack on 3 to the end, the Butler, and then open up, tie the game within just 2 minutes into the second half, and we've had a ball game since then.
Brock Doman, the quarterback for the Pirates, goes shotgun formation. Right side is Tavian Thomas. High snap. Fakes the handoff to Thomas, looks out, throws it out into the flat, and just got rid of it as he had heavy pressure in the backfield. It's incomplete. So it'll bring up now 2nd and 10 for Independence. Ball right at their 42-yard line. 9:19 remaining in the fourth quarter. So Indy using Tavian Thomas as a decoy, as the tailback. Butler thinking he's going to get the rock and try to run it off the tackle, but instead Pirates try to throw the ball, but it's incomplete. Now the pistol formation. And now whistles stop the play as we have a Butler player that just collapses right at the midfield stripe. I have no idea what's going on with him. Number 4 for Butler, that's Ian McSwain, the D-back out of Goddard, Kansas, is face down on the field turf right at the midfield stripe with 9:18 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Athletic training personnel out there tending to him.
Looks like cramps.
It could very well be.
It's kind of the way it looks, just with the way they're massaging his calf and his thigh, it looks like. And I'm you get hit by on sudden cramps. Sometimes it feels like you were shot in the leg. So he did hit the deck, and that's just the way they're kind of working on the leg. That it looks like they're trying to massage out some cramps.
Well, that would be best case scenario for sure, because otherwise I wouldn't have any idea why he would be down on the field. I
It's
mean,
not
there was no contact whatsoever. It was well away from the play.
Well, the way they're working on that leg, I really hope it's not like a pulled or something torn.
Or an Achilles.
Yeah, because I mean they're applying a lot of pressure to the leg, so that's what's got me also believing it's cramps. I thought I saw him maybe limping a little bit as that play ended a while ago. He was near side where the ball was thrown. And like maybe that was kind of like the first moment of cramps, and I don't know if it was one of those upper thigh cramps or a calf cramp, but he is very gingerly walking off the field right now.
That's the good news. He goes off the field somewhat under his own power, and it brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Pirates with 9:18 remaining in the fourth quarter, tied at 24 all. Brock Doman in the gun formation. Tavian Thomas right-hand side is the tailback. Butler appears to jump off sides. Doman launches it down the field. Free play, and I don't know if it was caught or not. It was not. It was caught out of bounds that time by Debo Allen of Indy. But there was a flag on the play, and it appeared that the Grizzly defensive line jumped off sides.
Doman's done a really good job with the hard count tonight. That'd be the 3rd time he's gotten Butler to draw off sides and had that free play. And I mean, I had players in front of me as far as where the feet were down here, but that was close. He caught it, and I think his foot may have just been out of bounds.
Well, it is offsides against Butler, so 2nd and 5 coming up for the Pirates. The ball moved out to the Independence 47-yard line. Pistol set for Doman. Handoff goes to Thomas, and he is spun around in the backfield, gets away from a couple tackles, but he's running out of room, and he is going to lose yardage. Clear back to the Independence 42-yard line. So nowhere to go for Tavian Thomas on that direct dive handoff. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and long, and now one of the Pirate players down on the field appears to be one of the linemen down on his hands and knees with 8:53 remaining here in the fourth quarter, tied at 24 all. We're going to take a 30-second injury timeout. This is Pirate football on Sunshine 98.9 KQQF. And back at Schultes Stadium here in Independence, Jeff Carpenter alongside Matt Jordan with your play-by-play of Jayhawk Conference football. Opening week of the spring 2021 season. Top 10 teams battling it out here between the Independence Dream U Pirates and the Butler Grizzlies. Butler at number 7 in the country, the Pirates at number 9. And the injured player for Independence, I don't know, is that number 66? Couldn't hardly tell. Yeah, that's Diavi Hammond. And Hammond, a big piece in the puzzle for the Independence offensive line. 3rd and 10 coming up. Doman goes into the shotgun. Thomas left-hand side tailback. Drops back. Here comes the blitz. He fires. It is complete, and it's going to be a gain of about 6 or 7. Going to be shy of the yardage needed. It was a quick hitter to his wideout, Willie Brantley, and it'll be now 3rd down and call it 5 for Indy. So the Pirates are going to have to punt the ball away as we go under 8.5 minutes and counting in the fourth quarter, tied at 24 all between the Butler Grizzlies and the Independence Pirates.
Punt game has been pretty good tonight for Independence, and you like a guy that can flip the field when you do have to punt.
Stephon Forbes, 6-footer out of Tulsa to punt the ball away for Independence. Good snap. Forbes gets it away, and it's a rocket into the night sky. Hits at the 10, and a great hop sideways as it goes out of bounds. Tremendous punt by Forbes as he'll pin Butler deep inside their 10-yard line, and they'll spot it at the 9.
That was into the wind, Jeff.
Yeah, that was a great kick, man. I mean, when it went off his foot, it was a pure spiral. So as you said, flip the field. That's the name of the game when it comes to special teams. And now the Dream U defense out on the field trying to come up with another big stop. 7:54 remaining in the fourth quarter. We're tied at 24 all. Butler's quarterback, Nicholas Davenport, 6'1", 220-pounder out of Brookville, Kansas, in the pistol set. He'll hand off, tailback up the middle, and he'll pick up some positive yardage outside the 10 to about the 12-yard line, depending on the spot. They'll give him out almost near to the 14-yard line, so that's a solid gain there. Pickup of 5 on the play brings up 2nd down and 5 for Butler. Under 7.5 minutes and counting. Davenport in the pistol formation, tailback directly behind him. One wide out, far side of the field. He'll hand off to the tailback up the middle again, just powering his way into the defensive line. And he'll get it across the 15, and that'll be enough for a first down. They move the chains to the 20-yard line. So a gain of 5 on the play for Butler. That was Tevin Petrie. Sorry, Matt.
No, you're good. Pirates defense has stepped up time and time again tonight to, keep them in it here in the second half, and they're going to have to step up again here.
6:37 and counting. 1st and 10, Butler at their own 20. Pistol set, Davenport. Hands off again to the tailback. He spins out of one tackle and then picks up a couple yards out to the 22-yard line. And again, it's Petrie on the handoff. So 2nd and 8 coming up for Butler. 6:16 and counting. Fourth quarter, tied at 24 all. The Independence defense digging in, trying to get the ball back to the offense, or better yet, force a turnover and score. Davenport in the gun. He'll send Petrie in motion, far side. He'll throw to the far side. It is complete, and Indy doing a pretty good job, but he gets out of one tackle, and then he is leveled out near the first down marker at the 30-yard line. And it will be a 1st and 10. So the initial tackler had him by the ankle, but he spun out of it, and then he was nailed about 4 yards later, but picks up the first down. 5:38 and counting. Butler with a fresh set of downs at their own 30-yard line here in the fourth quarter, tied at 24. Davenport goes pistol set. 2 wideouts to the near side. He'll look near side. He throws. It's incomplete as really kind of an errant pass. I mean, it was just a straight slant pattern is what he was trying to throw to, but none of his wideouts went that way.
Miscommunication between quarterback and wide receivers there, and Isaiah Major was about this close to a pick 6 there, and he just been one more step in front of that. He had taken that to the house.
2nd down 10 for the Butler offense. Nicholas Davenport, the quarterback, goes into the pistol formation. 2 wideouts near side, 1 far side. Pirates with the 4-man defense front. He'll drop in the pocket. He's flushed out of the pocket, and he is hit. Oh, a big sack in the backfield by Indy. Pirates coming up with a monster shot. From what I can tell, coming up with the tackle, number 63, Will Whitson, the 6'5", 275-pound freshman from Cincinnati, coming up with the big sack that moves the ball clear back to the Butler 22-yard line. 4:46 and counting. It's now 3rd down and 18 for the Grizzly offense. Gun set, back to throw Davenport. He'll throw the screen far side to Kemp. He's ran out of bounds, short gain of 1 or 2, and it's going to be a punting situation for the Grizzlies with 4:34 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And the Dream U defense does exactly what it needs to do, Matt, and gets the ball back to the offense for the Pirates.
Yeah, should be pretty good field position for the Pirates offense. And that's the first time that Pirates defense has been able to get to sack Davenport. Had 3 sacks on Screws, but that's the first time they've been able to chase down Davenport.
Butler to punt it away. They do get the kick off. It hits at the 40, and smartly getting away from it is DeMarcus Griffin, and it'll be downed by the Grizzlies at the Pirate 31-yard line. So a pretty good punt that time by Butler, as they got a nice roll out of it.
Could be the final drive of the game here, Jeff. Tied up 24-24 with a chance to win it here on this drive. Butler with 3 timeouts, Indy with just the 2, but in the right spot with about 4 minutes left here, only 2 timeouts. I was worried that early third quarter timeout was going to hurt them. It doesn't look like it will at this point.
Pistol formation for Doman, the quarterback. He'll hand it off to Thomas. Thomas with the stutter step. He'll try to get outside, and he is going to be wrapped up after a short gain. Picked up maybe a yard on the play. So it'll be now 2nd and 9 for the Independence offense, as Butler doing a good job of really just sealing that lane that Thomas was trying to pick through.
Tremendous patience by Thomas, though, to try to find the hole and turn what maybe had been a loss of about 1 into a gain of 1.
2nd and 9, under 3.5 minutes. Doman back to throw. He'll fire far side. It's complete, and Indy going to be pushed out of bounds outside the Pirate 35 to about the 36-yard line. So that's a gain of 4 on the pitch and catch, and it brings up now 3rd down and 5 for the Independence offense with 3:10 and counting in the fourth quarter. Huge play for both teams right here, tied at 24. Crowd comes alive. Doman in the gun set. He moves Thomas over to his right-hand side. Play clock at 12. In the pocket. He'll throw over the middle. Reeled in. What a catch. Great job for the first down for Indy, and that's Darrell Owsley Parr, the 5'11", 165-pound freshman from Chicago, coming up with the 6-yard reception.
Owsley Parr had to make an adjustment to come up with that catch, and actually, it was kind of good where it was thrown because the adjustment that he made led him to be in front of the line to gain. So that's kind of what led to the first down. But good job of converting on that 3rd down.
Under 2.5 minutes, 1st and 10 Pirates at their 43-yard line. Handoff goes to Thomas. He'll go left side. He's still on the move at the 45, inside the 45 to about the 40-yard line of Butler. And Tavian Thomas, you talked about his patience as a runner. You see it right there unfolding. He does the little stutter step with the left leg, that dead leg, and freezes the defense and then turns on that burst and picks up the first down. Pirates inside the Butler 40. We're under 2 minutes and counting. Tied at 24 all here at Schultes Stadium. Doman to throw the ball. He launches it down the field. Oh, had a man, but it's over his head, incomplete.
Receiver wants the flag, and I don't think he's going to get it. Hey, he's got a right to ask for that with the way some of these calls have been made by the officials tonight. And went to Will Sparks, and Sparks was just fingertips away from reeling that one in.
Brings up 2nd and 10 after the incompletion for the Pirates at the Butler 39-yard line. 1:47 remaining, tied at 24 all. Brock Doman in the gun set. Thomas right side, 2 wideouts near side. Doman back to throw. He's flushed out of the pocket, and he is going to be sacked. Butler said the ball popped out. I don't know. I don't believe that happened, but nonetheless, they do get the sack on Brock Doman. He's going to lose about 4 yards on the play. Down to 1:25 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Independence trying to keep the drive alive and win this in dramatic fashion. 3rd down, 13 from the Pirate 42-yard line. Pistol set for Doman. Thomas is the tailback. Now down to 67 seconds left in the game. Play clock at 7. High snap, hands it off to Thomas. He'll go left side, looking for the outside lane, and he runs out of bounds near the 30-yard line with 54.9 seconds left. Indy going to come up short, and it's going to be 4th down and call it 2 for the Independence offense.
4 down territory, got to be, right?
Absolutely. You got a 235-pound running back, and now, I don't know, Independence comes up into like the victory formation. I'm not really sure what we're going to do there, but I think it was just to get a timeout called with 54.9 seconds remaining. We're going to take a 30-second commercial break. Score tied 24 all. This is Pirate Football on Sunshine 98.9 KQQF. Welcome back to Schultes Stadium here in the 4th quarter. We're under a minute remaining, 54.9 seconds to be exact. Pirates 4th down and 2 from their own 31-yard line, tied at 24 all. Butler calling the timeout. And now here comes Indy's offense on the field to try to convert and keep this drive alive. Doman in the pistol formation. Thomas is the tailback. Now he goes under center. Butler trying to jump up, and hey, we get an offsides call against the Grizzlies. What a great play call by Independence. Doman was in the pistol, quickly ran up under center like he was going to do the quarterback sneak. Butler jumps into the neutral zone, and a 5-yard penalty assessed to the Grizzly defense. That is huge. And the drive is still alive inside the Grizzly 30-yard line with under 55 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Could be a dramatic photo finish coming up, Matt, tied at 24 all. And if you're the Pirates, you are virtually within about 10 to 15 yards of a legitimate field goal try.
Yeah, we'll see what they feel comfortable with Yee kicking the field goal. He's 1 for 1 in the game, but what a call! You've seen Butler, the tendencies all night long to be over aggressive and to jump off sides. Doman's gotten 3 and now 4. Just what a play call. Sometimes it's mental just as much as it is physical.
You're right, and that could be the play that we remember if the Pirates pull this game out of the fire. Is down to 4th and 2. You know the Butler defense is sinking in to that heavy front defensively, and then they stack the linebackers up to the line of scrimmage, and then one of them jumps off sides on the defensive line. So a gigantic play that converts into a 1st down for the Pirates. And with 54.9 seconds remaining, Independence 1st and 10 at the Butler 26-yard line. Pirates trying to come back after trailing in this game when they led 17-0. Butler answered with 24 straight points to take the lead by a touchdown. And then Indy answered back toward the end of the 3rd quarter on a 2-yard touchdown run by Tavian Thomas, his 3rd score of the night, to tie it up. Brock Doman, the quarterback for Indy, in the pistol formation. One wide out far side. Thomas is the tailback. It goes to Thomas. He comes near side. A burst of speed. 20, 15, touchdown, Pirates! Oh, Indy! Dream you with 47 seconds remaining. Tavian Thomas takes it to the house from 26 yards out.
4 touchdowns for Thomas tonight, and that might be the biggest one of the night. He tied the game, and now he's taken the lead. And first game of the season, and what a performance from Tavian Thomas.
Tavian Thomas, the D1 bounce back from Cincinnati, and now the all-important PAT kick. Yee boots it up. It is good. The Pirates back in the lead here as they have upped the ante 31-24. Pirates leading Butler with 47.2 seconds remaining. We'll keep the action right here, Matt, and we've seen this game yo-yo back and forth. We thought, as you mentioned, Indy jumped out to the big 17-point lead early in the game in the first quarter. Looked like Pirates were just going to dominate. Butler rebounds. They come back, steal Uncle Mo. The momentum factor goes on their side. They ring up 24 straight points. Now Independence comes back with 14 straight points to take a 7-point lead. What a great game for week 1.
Yeah, absolutely. It's almost like these teams are ranked 9 and 7, 2 top 10 teams. We had to know that they were both coming to play. They're hungry. It's been 503 days, 17 months since they last took the field, and they were ready to come out. And that drive right there did the 2 things that you wanted it to do. You got points, and you took up a giant amount of time, and you made Butler burn a timeout. They only have 2 left here with 47 seconds left, but it's not over yet. We've seen Butler take shots and convert on shots.
Kick is away by Indy, goes far side of the field. Butler's going to run it out inside the 10, up to the 15, the 20, still on his feet, out near the 25 and across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. So a return of 17 for the Grizzlies, and the Butler offense back out on the field. 1st and 10 with 39.1 seconds remaining, and they'll start out from their own 27-yard line. So now for the Pirates, the word of the night is nobody gets behind you.
Yes, got to keep everything in front of you here. And we'll see if they've dialed up pressure in some different situations. We'll see if they try to bring a little pressure at any point on this drive.
Empty backfield. Davenport, the quarterback in the shotgun. He'll drop back to throw. He looks over the middle, and it looks like a sliding catch made outside the 45-yard line of Butler. They'll spot him at the 47, first down.
They've gone back to Screws. Screws is back into the game at quarterback.
You're right. I'm sorry. Screws is in. You're absolutely right. And now a flag comes in, as I don't believe Butler was set when they snapped the ball. I think they're going to get a procedure call against the Grizzlies.
What an interesting change at the quarterback spot. Davenport has all 24 points. He's led them on all 4 drives to get points, and now you switch back to Screws, and it's not like Davenport doesn't have an arm. We've seen him take shots multiple times. I'm puzzled by these quarterback switches here. I mean, I get the Davenport switch, but not the Screws back to Davenport.
1st and 15 after the false start by the Grizzlies. Now down to 31.4 seconds remain. Pirates up 31-24 over Butler. Independence, the number 7 team in the country, or the number 9 team in the country, rather. Butler, the 7th-ranked team nationally. And now the officials holding up the action a little bit here. Ball spotted at the Butler 42-yard line. So it'll be first down, and let's call it about 1st and 15. Officials again slowing everything down.
First game, I guess, issues for the officiating crew as well. It's been, it's been 503 days for them as well, I guess. So, yeah, there's been some calls I haven't agreed with. There's been they've been very deliberate. They've taken many opportunities to discuss things, and they took looks like, is this an official's timeout? Looks like talk some more over. Did we get a timeout from one of these 2 teams?
I believe Butler called the timeout, at least according to the back judge's call initially. So I think they're going to say Butler took the timeout with 31.4 seconds remaining. Pirates up 31-24, and you're looking at first and long, 1st and 15 from the Butler 42-yard line. So, again, you got to keep everything in front of you naturally. But at this point in time, for the Independence defense, you just have to figure out a way how to weather the storm. It doesn't matter how you do it. You just have to make it happen to pull this game out of the fire.
It may be one of those, back to this timeout, that may be one of those situations where if you don't call the timeout, you get a 10-second runoff. And so that's what the officials were discussing. And so they call that timeout. Only one remaining with 31 seconds left.
Trip wideouts to the near side, one to the far side, empty backfield. And again, Screws in the backfield as quarterback. He'll throw far side, and a back shoulder pass is caught into Pirate territory at the 49-yard line. So that's a gain of, about 9 on the play. So 2nd down coming up. Call it a long 6 for the Butler offense. He goes out of bounds. Clock stops with 26.9 seconds left. Trip wideouts near side again, in the gun set for Screws. Empty backfield. He'll step up in the pocket. He'll throw to the near side and well over the head of both of his intended targets. And that stops the clock with 21.2 seconds left. Pirates up 31-24, trying to slam the door on Jayhawk Conference rival, the Butler Grizzlies, here in week 1 of the spring 2021 football season from Schultes Stadium in Independence, Kansas. Jeff Carpenter alongside Matt Jordan. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast. It's been a good one. Gavin Screws at quarterback, 6 foot, 206-pounder out of Jacksonville. He'll go shotgun set. He'll send Kempf in motion, the tailback to the far side. He steps up into the pocket. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. He'll roll far side. He'll throw, and it is caught near the 35-yard line of Indy. So a big chunk of yardage there. That's 15 yards on the pitch and catch, and now the Pirates have a player down on the field right near the midfield stripe with 10.9 seconds remaining, and Butler doing all they can to try to scratch and claw their way into the end zone to tie the game up.
Take a shot here, or do you try to get a little closer? And because you still have the timeout, so if you want to go to the middle of the field here and try to get inside the 30, maybe to the 20, you can. But, 10 seconds, that's 2 plays. That's all you get is 2 plays. Or do you take 2 shots to the end zone and hope that you can come away with something?
I really think what you said originally, Matt, I think you try to go underneath, try to get something for, a 10, 15, 20-yard bump on a pass and see what happens. You may get lucky and break it loose, and be able to take it to the house. Still give you enough time if you get tackled, to be able to get another play off, because the clock will stop if it is a first down.
You got to just let that receiver, that you have to tell your receivers not to try to make something happen, because you don't want to get caught up in the middle trying to break tackles and shake free and let that clock run and hit 0.
You're right. We're not going to have to wait long to find out. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the Pirate 35-yard line. 10.9 seconds remaining. Pirates leading Butler 31-24. Empty backfield. Screws the quarterback. Trip wideouts near side. Twins to the far side. Now wideout in motion coming near side. That's actually the tight end. He'll drop in the pocket. Steps up in the pocket. He'll fire near side. Incomplete at the 25-yard line. And that is it, folks. Time has expired, and the final play of the game is an incompleted pass. And the Dream U Pirates, the number 9 team in the country, have knocked off the 7th-ranked Butler Grizzlies. 31-24 is the final from Schultes Stadium here in week 1. What a game, Matt.
1-0 to start the season, Jeff, and it feels good. You started hot, and then you had to fight back into it and come away with the victory. Great defensive moment there at the end of the game, and, man, just kind of a missed opportunity by Butler to let the full 10 seconds go out on the clock, but ICC's excited. You can tell they're fired up to get the first win of the season. It's been a long break, as we've mentioned multiple times tonight. And congrats to Coach Martin and these Pirates on their first win of the season.
No doubt about it. Jason Martin, the new head coach of the Independence Dream U Pirates, gets win number 1 in his first game as the head coach. 31-24 is the final as the Pirates defeat the Butler Grizzlies. We'll take it back to the studios for a 3-minute commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk about some stats and wrap up the game. This is Dream U Pirate Football on Sunshine 98.9 KQQF. Yeah, I would. Then basically what would happen is Chris would come up and do whatever because they have to do something to save it. I think you're good.
Thank you.